gang, gummy 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 gang. COSTA gang! Gummy gang, 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 gummy gang. Gummy gang, 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 gummy gang. Gummy gang, 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 gummy gang.
This is the moment you've all.
We MMA-HOLES, community be so dope. We got the best watch-alongs, the internet say so. Who you gonna pick now, the over or the under? Chris will give his picks out, and I don't trust no other. Main card or the prelims, it don't really matter. UFC fight nights and pay-per-views on a platter. Toe holes and omoplatas, blood nose and split bananas, thug rolls and empanadas, big bowls of marijuana. Gummy gang, gummy gang, gummy gang. I need 2 joints to hang in the homie Craig gang. I'm grinning ear to ear, amped up, showing things. It's time to watch the fights, beast mode, watching bang.
How's it going? Welcome to Gummy Gang. Hopefully everyone is dub.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You guys ready to party on the second channel? Let me know in the chat, as we're going to talk about the magnificence of the SpaceX return Dragon capsule with the 4 astronauts. I saw something today that was pretty interesting. It was weird. I went to the zoo with the fam, and it was a very nice experience. My son threw up in the back seat. But other than that, it was a great experience. We got to see animals. I got to ride a camel for the first time. And the hump is harder than I expected it to be. And as we were driving home, my mom calls, and she's like, you know, turn on the SpaceX thingy. The return and the astronauts are coming back. And I'm like, what? Oh, okay. So we actually got home just in time to watch the ship parachute down, or the tip of the ship parachute down, splash into the water. The boats and the jet skis, the wave runners showing up over there. And then all of a sudden, dolphins appear in the ocean. I'm like, what? In the Gulf of America, I mean. And they slowly dragged it onto another ship. And it was this whole long, drawn-out thing. And all I was thinking was, everyone's going to say this is fake. You know, it's funny, like, as I was, and let me know in the chat if you were thinking this as well. I didn't think it was fake. It looked real to me, but who knows these days, right? As it came down, and I'm like, dolphins? Like, what? It looked like something out of AI. It was crazy. It was magical. Like, it was like so magical, it didn't feel real. And I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it again now. We're going to dissect it. But I'm glad I got to see it live. I'm glad I got to share that with my daughter. I put the image on X. It was really cute. Let me show you guys here. X being Elon Musk's platform that everyone hates. No one likes Elon. Even though he did something spectacular today. Everyone still hates him. But there, yeah, like this is the image. My daughter runs over to the TV, and you can see in the corner here, here's the dolphins. I was like, what? There's the, I don't know what you call it, a dragon, right? They let the dragons loose, and a boat tugged it off into this section over here, and it was quite the scene. It really was. It was spectacular to see live. And I was like, I don't think, like, as an adult, seeing something like this, it really, like, hits. Like, wow, this is an out-of-this-world experience. or in this world experience. I mean, I don't know. It's just it was bonkers to watch. And to see Ellie all excited watching, and I don't think she realized what was going on, but I told her, I was like, I'm like, you're going to tell your kids and hopefully your grandkids as well about this, or at least you could say, I saw it. I don't know how much you're going to remember it. You're 3, going on 4, and actually next month. But you will talk about it. You definitely will talk about it because it was really cool. It was really cool to watch. Yeah, 286 days in space, stuck. And they finally came back, and the look of relief as it was very a long process to get these guys. I was like, man, get these guys out of there already. They got to be. But then again, if they waited 286 days, they could wait a couple of more hours, right? No big deal. It was quite the experience to watch, but I couldn't imagine. The chat was hilarious. Because you could see on the screen, we watched it on a YouTube feed, and the chat was very funny. When the dolphins showed up, one guy in the chat goes, "Dolphins are very smart. They're clearly smarter than the Democrats." I was like, I was like, what? Dolphins are very smart, and they're clearly smarter than the Democrats. I was like, all right, okay. And I laughed because I was like, that was just so out of left field. Like, what the fuck? and it was saying shit like one guy brought up the smell in the capsule, and I was like, damn, I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, what is it? It's got to stink in there. Like, what could the smell be inside that capsule as they were coming down? Like, they're all farting, and I mean, are they pissing and shit in their suits? Like, it's not like what if you got to go to the bathroom on the way down? You can't hold it anymore. I'm assuming they got some astronaut diapers or some shit, right? It's got to stink in there. Dolphins are smarter than all government. I don't know, man. This one was a pretty big moment. All I was thinking today was, if you hated Elon, this has got to soften the blow a little bit, right? Like all joking aside, it's got to soften the blow a little. I mean, it was spectacular to watch. It really was. To see this whole thing play out, it really was impressive. I don't know. Did Trump hit the? I'm curious if Trump said anything. I'm sure he said it was the best recovery ever. Like I hope he did. Did he? Does anyone know if he spoke to the press about this? I would like to play that on this stream as well. But we're gonna play the landing. And how many people in the chat watched this live? How many people got to see this live? Because it was incredible. Like I was blown away, man. I don't know. It's something that I'm glad I got to see as an adult. Just a miracle nothing blew up this time. Yeah, right? Like, that's all I was thinking. I was like, what if they're all dead inside? Like, they open it up and they're all just dead. They go through all this and they're just fucking dead in there. Oh, man. That would have been crazy. What's so incredible? Bro. Oh, you're a kid. I don't know. I guess as you're older, you can... I don't know, man. What's so incredible? I mean, I don't know. What wasn't incredible about it? I think that's the better question, Omar. What wasn't incredible about it? I mean, it was nuts. Yeah, Tom, you watched it live? It was really cool. Like, Jessie was like, she was too busy cleaning vomit off the car seat, and she was running around doing things, so she didn't really get a chance to like really soak it in. But man, I was blown away. He probably took credit. I mean, if you think it's his baby, I'm not saying he's the one that pulled the people out, but it's his baby. The whole SpaceX thing is his baby. Dude's a brilliant guy. I mean, I don't know. He put together a brilliant team. It's like the shit that we're seeing now is nuts. It's pretty insane. The stuff, like the speed that we are evolving with technology is just it's madness. Seeing a rocket being able to park itself, this whole extraction and how it went down, it was very out of like a James Cameron movie. You know, the whole thing was very James Cameron. Like, I'm like, damn, man. I didn't even take an edible yet. I don't know if I am. I mean, I felt like I was high watching it, you know? They opened the hatch and then turned around, reported that they had 4 loaded diapers. I mean, a guarantee, right? They have space diapers on, right? I would imagine. Agree, it was nice to watch, right? I mean, it was cool. It was like really, it was a fucking magnificent experience. Funny how they were supposed to be back to Earth before Christmas, but when Christmas came around, they all had their Christmas. What? Their Christmas stuff on. Even had a Christmas tree. Question everything, my friends. Wait, what are you talking about? So you got the conspiracy hat on? All right. I'll entertain it. Because when I was watching it, like parachute down to the Gulf of America, I'm like, wow, Gulf of America. Ironically, it's parachuting down to there. It didn't look real. It looked so crazy. Exactly, Carl. It took them way too long. Yeah, I have a feeling. Well, here's the thing. We're going to get the tinfoil hats with this. We're going to get it. Because people don't believe we landed on the moon. How many people in the chat thought we landed on the moon? You know, we're going to get it. I appreciate what Elon does for humanity. I do too, man. I don't know. Like, I don't get the hate for Elon. Like, I honestly, I don't understand it. So I hope if someone could explain it to me. Like last stream, I said, hey, why do we not like Elon? And what was it? Pale jumped in and said, because he has 14 kids. I was like, what? That was like the best. Oh, shit. Smokey, man. Thank you, man. Look at Smokey. Fucking legend.
Mosberg Prosif and Gummy Gang fam, clinking beer mugs emoji, just finished a stream and did monkey and turtle tattoo and a what's a goat milk %? Tattoo,
oh,
smiley
no.
face emoji, call me emoji, love you gesture emoji, Maz Dolphins maybe, zany face emoji, much love your lead boy goat milk king, trophy emoji, Australia emoji.
You know what you need, Ed Boy? You need dolphins. You need a tattoo of dolphins with tickle tails. We should just give everything. That should be my thing. I should give like on our thumbnails, everyone should have my little tickle tail. Maybe that'll be my new thing. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. That means a lot. Today I had to fucking maybe I'll show you guys. Me and Jess, we split up with the kids. I had Ellie, she had Logan, and we rode camels. And then they hit us over the head with it was like $70 for 2 pictures. But we couldn't resist. We were the suckers that bought it because it was a cute moment. I was like, $70? It's crazy. Like 35 here, 35 there. I was like, what? Yes, that was expensive. I don't know if we're going back to the zoo anytime soon. So that helps. Thank you. By the way, shout out to Smokey. Before we get into the footage of this and dissect it, Felony's in jail right now. And he had a stream last night. So those that did go into the stream and you know, cheered him up. I didn't see the end of it because I had to get to bed. But those that went over there and cheered up Felony Charles Bennett, shout out to you guys. Legends over there. It was like, it's crazy watching that live stream of Charles smoking pot with his daughter, considering he was going to jail for weed. And then he was telling the story a little bit more in depth, which I was shocked. But he made the video private. Smart move. I don't know how it ended. Did he just fall asleep? I mean, couldn't send him money to send. Oh, thanks, man. Well, he's in jail now, so I don't know. Yeah. So he's going to be there for 2 months and then come out and 6 years of probation. That's going to be rough. That's just going to be fucking rough. Yeah, right, pal? It's crazy, right? It was $35 a pop. So basically, you know, when you ride the roller coaster, they take the picture. And they're like, oh, you want the picture? Usually you don't get it. But when you have your 3-year-old with you, you're like, and she's like, I want the picture. So I was like, all right. And it's like me and her on the camel. So I was like, I'd never been on a camel before. So I'm like, they got me. Meanwhile, we do have video. Maybe I'll show it. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if I should show the video. What do you think? Maybe later in the stream I'll show you the video of us at the zoo with the camel. But what's it called? Yeah, so I paid the $35 for that, and I'm like, fucking hell. They didn't even get the whole camel's head in the picture. I was like, $35. I couldn't put the whole camel's head in the picture, like it was just half his fucking mouth cut off. And then just, Logan's screaming, and he's not even 2. He's 1. He's 1. Well, in June he'll be 2. And he's screaming that he wants to go on the camel. I'm like, how do you even know about this camel? Like, you could barely even walk. But he wanted to go. So he hopped on the camel with Jess. That's another $35. I was like, what the fuck, dude? They just raped us. Bent us over. But anyway. Yeah, so shout out to Felony, man. He'll get out of this eventually. Hopefully he doesn't drop the soap. But hey, how many people I saw Smokey in his chat. I saw Tom dropping his one-liners. I'm like, man, dude, don't waste your time with that. Felony doesn't he's not about that shit. Like, Tom's dropping one-liners in there. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's gonna go right over his head. Camel toe? Yeah, I saw the camel's toes. And like I said, the hump was really hard, man. I was like, wow, this hump is it's a hard ass hump. It's not meant for like bony asses that I like myself. They didn't get the toe in the picture, no. And they didn't even get his nose. Like, I guess I'm only the idiot that figures out. Like, Jess didn't even notice it. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, the head's not in it. Like, I see that shit. Then again, I did photography, like composition. I mean, you put the whole, if you're going to put, hey, here's people riding a camel. Wouldn't you want the whole camel? Wouldn't you want the whole damn camel in the picture?
I mean, got a camel on my toe. Zany face emoji. Just sent you some pic songs.
Oh, let's see. Thank you, Smokey. Look at Smokey, man. Fucking Smokey's so nice. Oh, yeah, by the way, I got Smokey's video. I got another video as well. If you want to be in our 100K video, people are like, how do I send it to you? I'm like, bro, in the post, it says at the MMA Holes on X and Instagram. Just DM me it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. So just DM me. Do you know what a DM is? Our audience can't be that old. Or maybe it is. But if you want to be in our 100K video, I want to put a collage of MMA Holes saying, we are the MMA Holes. And I want to go bang, 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 like one after another. We are the MMA Holes. We are the MMA Holes. You know, like this whole fucking epic thing. Back to back to back of MMA Holes. I thought it'd be cool because we have every milestone. And then we have you guys out there. So if you want to do it, send us a DM. Do it as quick as possible. And I'll just one by one put you guys in the video. It should be pretty epic. It's the least we could do. All right, what am I looking at? Wait, what did you say, Smokey? You said, I got a camel on my toe. I just sent you some pics on X. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look. 30. Yeah, man, what a scam that is, right? I mean, they do it in Disney World. They do it all over the fucking place, right? They charge you like $30, $40 a fucking picture. Like, it's crazy, man. He did more tattoos. Why do I not see? I don't see anything. You DM'd it? Let's see. We'll get into the SpaceX stuff. Yes, the video. I did see the video. Yeah, I don't want to show it here. I'll put it in the video of your leg and the tattoos. Okay. Yeah, I'll put that in. I'm gonna put that in the video. It's pretty cool. Yeah, get in now before we're too big time. And then we don't even ask you guys for that stuff. We just, we're just too cool. We're too popular and famous. You know, it's funny, like, when we started the channel, everyone used to say, don't forget us when you get too big. We still haven't forgotten you guys. It's kind of weird, man, right? We got a good memory. When you say something now, let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, what's your goat milk percentage? Dude, it's so funny, man. People are sending us DMs with screenshots and chats. of them asking people goat milk percentage and people having no idea. It's so good. If you guys are in other chats and doing that, send me screenshots. And then Chris Cushman sent me one with guys doing what's your goat milk percentage and are not in on the joke. Hold on, let me see if I can find that one. Which is the funniest one I've seen so far, because it's like, okay, they think they're in on the joke, but they have no fucking idea. This could be the most retarded thing I've ever seen and hilarious at the same time. Let's see. Where is it? Okay. So, do you guys remember MMA Anomaly? See, like, we're MMA-HOLES. It's super simple. Sometimes people say our name MMA-HOLES. Like, I'm like, bro, we have one A there. But MM Anomaly. Like, how do you say this? MMA Anomaly? It's a very shitty, thought-out name. MMA Anomaly. It's not good. It's a terrible name. But anyway, they dropped in the chat, hey, Valadizi, what's your goat milk intake percentage? So this person who we rated is going into other people's chats and asking about an intake percentage of goat milk. Has no idea. Which is, we cannot ever tell people. I mean, people are going to eventually find out. But it's so funny, man. If we can just keep this our little thing. Intake percentage. The dude thinks he's like all funny. And he doesn't realize how funny he really is. Like that is very funny. That he thinks he's in on a joke and he's not. Very good. So credit to that guy. We need people saying this. This needs to turn to the next rest in peace Joe Rogan. You know? That's what it needs to turn into. Straight over the head, right? So funny. Intake goat milk intake. If you can't say it, then you clearly don't deserve to be. Yeah, right? Next tattoo is I shouldn't not be allowed to have a personal tattoo pen. Oh, he's over the top, man. He's got everything. Don't you tell the deal. Yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of want to keep it on the DL for now. I think it's very funny, you know, that we have our own little thing. They're like, what the fuck? Well, another reason, too, there's other shows that really don't like us. So I think it's funnier to, like, kind of piss them off. Like, what the fuck is this goat milk percentage? And then, like, down the road, when they do find out it's us, it infuriates them even more, you know? Free felony. Yeah, man. Yeah, so felony's deal is crazy, man. He gave a little bit more of the story. And now I understand it a little bit better. I still think that he wasn't pulled over for the right reasons, though. That's for sure. By the way, if you haven't checked out the Conor McGregor video, check out our new Conor video that dropped. Everyone loves our Conor coverage. Maybe we'll do a 24/7 channel of Conor's antics. It seems like that's the only
Such
videos
as this, NASA and
people are like super interested in. Let's see. So yeah, let's see a little bit of this. So yeah, here's the full coverage of it. Does anyone know if Trump addressed? I didn't see the beginning of this. Look at this.
Visors down. That will happen just prior.
I asked Jess, I'm like, dude, would you want to do this? Because it kind of seems cool, but horrible at the same. It seems like absolutely horrible, but kind of cool in some sort of little way. Luke Thomas, what's his goat milk percentage? He's gonna be like, he's such a miserable prick. Luke Thomas. I haven't tapped into the Luke Thomas universe in a while, man. He's just, I don't know. He's just become this obnoxious prick. Like that's like he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna be that guy. Like he was super cool when I met him multiple times. Like we were super, like we had like this cool thing back and forth, and then he just became like, I don't know. He's just an ass. Like he just can't shake the asshole persona. I don't know what it is. Why it's like, bro, you're not this person. I met you multiple times. You're actually a fucking nice guy. Why do you gotta constantly be this asshole on YouTube? He's never not an asshole on YouTube. It's really weird. He's always a dick on YouTube. It's really strange. Like I'm a dick, but you know, it comes in it comes in waves.
To deorbit burn, and you'll hear us pause when some of those communications happen. That's because we want to make sure that we are relaying the best information to you all.
It's got to smell like shit, right? I mean, it's got to smell so bad in that capsule thingy. So what happens? The top breaks off? Did it explain it? Oh, okay, I guess they do.
And so that you hear it as well. So if you do hear us pause, that is what we're doing. You also see they have their on there, and I know the gloves are pretty unique on the Dragon spacesuits, right? They're custom.
I mean, how do we not love this? Dragons.
The spacesuit overall is custom fit for each astronaut. These gloves enable usage of the touchscreen panels that they have.
Oh my God, SpaceX has terrible reception. Elon, pull it together.
In front of them. We can't see it from this view, but that view
Did anyone get a seizure from that?
we saw earlier between Alexander Gorbanov and Nick Hague, that is a touchscreen. It allows the crew to monitor everything that Dragon is doing, along with...
Even the spacesuits look cooler now. Like, everything looks super futuristic. As soon as Elon got involved in this thing, he's like, you know what? You're going to space? Let's make this shit look like top-notch. When they came out with those spacesuits, I was like, that's clean. You guys know? Did you guys notice that when they got pulled out of this the capsule? Spoiler alert: they lived. When they got pulled out of that capsule, did you guys think this? Like, everything looks super clean. It looked like, you know, when you watch these superhero movies, and they keep on making the I was gonna say uniforms. Their new costumes more futuristic and more sleek and this and that. That's what it felt like when I was watching it.
Those tablets that they have there on their legs. So yeah, the spacesuit itself is intended to act as a mini spaceship, if you will, as once the visors are closed, it is able to maintain a pressure in the unlikely event of a depressurization event for Dragon. So there we
Right? I mean, this is nuts. This is fucking nuts. Their suits have like this fucking pressure system in it.
You can see those screens I was talking about. So there in the center, we've got the location tracker, as well as on the left-hand side, it's mapping out the operations that Dragon is executing. The crew has to remain well informed of all these things that Dragon is doing autonomously. That basically means that Dragon is flying itself. The crew has the ability to gain control of the capsule if necessary, but the capsule is essentially going to bring itself home. But of course, in order to be familiar with
Freedom, SpaceX, deorbit sequence start in 5 minutes.
So cool, man. How nervous though you think? Like, there's cameras everywhere. Like, how nervous do you think everyone in this room is? Like, as this is all going down.
And so we did hear that call out for the deorbit sequence start to begin here in 5 minutes. That call from the ground came from the core, or crew operations resource engineer here in Hawthorne, mission control just behind us. And that went up to Commander Nick Hague. He's going to be doing the majority of the communications during the
Johnny Smith. Yeah, not nervous at all. They're human, Johnny. What do you mean they're used to this? Yeah, I know it's their job, but there's got to be butterflies. What do you think? You think musicians, when they go out there on stage and there's like hundreds of fucking thousands of people out there, they're doing festivals and shit like that, they don't get nervous? Because, oh, they've done it a million times, they're fine. People always get UFC fighters. Champion UFC fighters are still getting nervous. Well, they're human, Johnny. Well, like, what do you think? These are fucking robots?
Flight downhill today through Splashdown.
They don't get nervous. What are they, fucking clones?
Communicating with the core all along the way. Now, we did mention that they are flying on Crew Dragon Freedom. The naming of spacecraft has gone all the way back to the very beginning of this human spaceflight program. This is a nod to Alan Shepard naming his spacecraft Freedom 7 during the Mercury program. And so the crew that first flew up on Freedom a few years ago had the opportunity to name this Dragon, and they named...
I vomit before... I do, yeah, actually true. Today I had trouble getting Ellie to sleep. But she did all right. I was so tired after the zoo. I was so tired of taking the money out of the wallet to pay for the $35 picture.
Freedom, that was Crew 4 that was the first flyers on this spacecraft. It's also flown for Axiom Mission 2 and 3, and then, of course, today for Crew 9 as well.
Yeah, actually, fun fact about this
I didn't see any of the beginning, so I want to see a little beginning, and then we're going to skim through this.
particular capsule. Of those 4 missions that Sandra just mentioned, we have seen daytime splashdowns for 2 of those. Today will mark the third daytime splashdown. So there's something lucky about this particular capsule that gets daytime splashdowns.
So it's usually in the evening, the splashdowns?
Nighttime is great because we can see even more clearly the capsule streaking through, but I personally love the daylight views because we really get...
Yeah, I don't remember any of these. Do you guys remember any of these splashdowns? I don't remember any of them. Never seen this. No, you seen it? I never seen it. I've never seen it live. Ever. What was the other ones? What were the dates of the other ones? Hit the Google, kids.
And better views of the recovery team operations during that phase of the mission.
Yes, absolutely. And if you follow along with our missions, you'll know that sometimes weather is a watch item when it comes to undocking and splashdown.
You seen a ton of them? When? Give me dates. Like, when did you see these? I don't remember any. I don't even. I don't remember seeing any splashdown. What do you see, replays, or do you see them live? Today's drone coverage was stellar. Yeah, the drone was wild. The way it was like zooming around, it felt very cinematic.
Splashdown in the water, so we want to ensure that...
You remember dates? But like, give me a ballpark. Like what was the name of the ship? Around what time frame? Who was the Super Bowl winner that year? I don't fucking know. Give me something. Give me an approximate date. I mean, you're just saying, yeah, I've seen a million of them. And I'm like, when? You're like, I don't know. What the fuck, man? How do you not know? I mean, you would think you would remember. Like, I'm always going to remember. Yeah, I went to the Bronx Zoo. It was around my birthday. You know? Ellie was around 3-ish. Somewhere around there, you know? I know. I'm always going to remember this. This is crazy, man.
Parameters like wave heights and wind speeds and precipitation, lightning, all of that.
I can't even wrap my head around if anyone like thinks this is not insane. Like, it's just, you know,
is looking good for the crew and the safety.
Eventually, we're going to get to the point where it's going to be like, it's no big deal. You know, eventually, we're just going to be able to go up there on our own. We're going to, like the Jetsons, no problem. We're not going to have to land in the ocean. We're not going to need parachutes.
Those recovery personnel. And today, the weather is just pristine. We got off of space station.
There's been 10 capsules, splashdowns, and mostly at night. Is that how it works? I've never even seen one. It's always seen amazing. Yeah, I can't. Does anyone else recall seeing one of these splashdowns? I've never seen it. At least live. Maybe I could have come across a video, but I've never really stopped and paid much attention to it. I guess this because of the everyone getting stuck in space and shit. Like the whole thing around it was nuts.
Very first attempt. So I'm joking.
And then they couldn't get him out of there. Like, it's crazy, man, how they got stuck up there. Like, it's like, what? You can get them up there and then they're stuck? Like, what?
Down and saying that it was because it was St. Patrick's Day and we got really lucky with the weather.
I wouldn't disagree with that. Speaking of weather, we will be hearing from CORE probably around 2:20-ish.
Okay. Look at these two.
Continuing to stand by for class separation and
up for re-entry.
Look at the guy on the right fell asleep. He's sleeping. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take a nap. This thing flies itself, right?
Undock to landing at the primary site.
God, could you imagine being stuck? Like, how long are they sitting in that position? God. When they got out of the capsule and they could barely move, like, how long were they stuck in this thing? Like this.
From less than 6 hours to more than 39. Getting home the quickest.
Like, I drove. It took me about an hour to get home from the zoo today. And I was really stiff.
Comes with some
I could only imagine being stuck in space.
Obvious benefits, but we always have to make sure the crew is properly rested for dynamic operations, preventing us from scheduling 20-plus hour days for them, of course. Trajectory and ballistic experts provide the daily opportunities that would line up Dragon with the 7 landing zones and split them into what we call ascending and descending opportunities.
Dragon uses its Draco thrusters after leaving station to execute a series of altitude-lowering maneuvers and to line up with the selected primary site. It can also change to different alternative sites while in a free flight if sudden weather moves in that we may need to avoid. So, as we mentioned...
Stop yapping.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We got Kainoto coming in.
Moss, this is clearly fake. We can't send a human into space without it exploding from radiation. The other giveaway is all these women there. This is the real world. Ain't no women gonna be able to guide a ship back to Earth. Clearly reading script.
I'm telling you, man. Does anyone think that this shit is this is all bullshit? Because I'd be lying if I didn't say when I was watching, and I'm gonna show it to you. It looks so fake. Like, it really didn't even look real. Like, nothing looks real anymore. You know? Thank you, Kainoto. Appreciate it. That goes, every donation tonight goes towards the $35 photos. Maybe if I make the 70 back, I'll show them with the camel's head chopped off.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh my God, dude.
Moss, the important question of the night is this: can those majestic dolphins bring peace back to Discord?
Yeah, Discord's been nuts. Like, I tap in, tap out. I like that it's active, though. Keep fighting in there. It's great, man. I goof with Jesse a little bit because Jesse likes to argue a lot. Like, she's involved in a lot of arguments. And but at least she's self-aware. You know, that's what I love about Jesse. You know, she's self-aware about it, so it's cool. But I don't know if Sleeper is self-aware. I don't think he is. I hope he is. Because he's in the middle of every fucking argument with everybody. Like, I'm like, why are you wasting your time arguing with all these people? Can't you talk about anything else? They're all screaming and yelling at each other in the Discord. It's really funny, man. Every time I go in there, someone's yelling, and Sleeper's in the middle, scrapping with everybody. It's pretty funny. And then Taz is in there. I saw Taz going back and forth. It's very funny, man. I love it. Yeah, hopefully the Dolphins can bring it back. When I saw the Dolphins, though, show up, I was like, is this a Disney movie? Like, what? You're going to see the Dolphins, too, guys.
Weather is something we're constantly looking at, making the final call to proceed about 2.5
Thank you, Kainoto. Appreciate you, man.
Hours before the crew undocks. So for the Crew 9 return, we looked at a number of weather items.
Yeah, Johnny, don't go there. They'll literally split your ass cheeks in half. Like,
some of the obvious ones are no rain or...
I don't know. Steer clear.
Chance of lightning in the recovery zone, both for the safety of the crew inside Dragon and the recovery teams in the water. And we're also looking for wind speeds to be less than 15 feet per second or about 10 miles per hour. And relatively...
It looks like a Cybertruck, the inside of this thing, with its giant screens. Like, do they emit blue light rays? Like, I should have my blue... Let me look a little smarter. I got to start wearing these more. Stop these blue light rays to going into my eyeballs. I would imagine those screens, they got to be friendly on the eyes because you're looking at them constantly, right? So I'd imagine they can't be just like regular screens. There's got to be some sort of coating, protective coating on it.
Calm seas so that we can safely execute recovery.
Turtle says it's not that bad because Turtle's in constant fight mode as well. Turtle doesn't even know. Turtle's another one. She's like in the middle of like some sort of... She's another one. She doesn't realize it. Like, she's got that whole mentality as well. It's like, I'm going to fight everybody. Not as bad as Sleeper, but she's a fighter too. You go into a Twitter space with Turtle, she's fucking fighting with everybody. She's another one that likes a good scrap. We got fighters in our community, and I like it.
Operations, which includes landing a helicopter on the recovery ship to fly Nick, Sunny, Butch, and...
Yeah, where do they find these two broads talking right now? What do they do? Who are they?
Wonderful, wonderful.
This thing looks super fake. I mean, they have these two girls there sounding like sorority girls. This is a serious thing. The rockets can explode and people can die. Meanwhile, Bambi and Stacy are reading the shit like it's a Twitter post. Neato.
I know, right? The only thing I could think of is maybe they're so confident in the success that this thing is going to land no problem. They got this. This is something that, we can do this. This is a piece of cake. We're going to get these guys out of here. I guess their vitals, everything's good. They're healthy enough. We could pull them out. Everything's going to be good. Make sure all the cameras are rolling. Let's get Stacy and Candy to narrate this thing, like 2 TikTok content creators they got out there. It was just like at the White House. Who's that blonde chick at the White House? Who's that girl? Oh, hi. That girl in the Conor McGregor video we dropped. What's her name? I know she's someone important, right? Where are they finding these blondes?
Alexander back to Florida.
You notice everyone involved with Elon and Trump blondes. They don't like brunettes. They like the blondes.
Once Dragon began flying today, we had a number of additional checkpoints to either proceed towards the primary site, head to the alternate, or select a new zone.
Yeah, at least, they should have had, like, Signal do this, right? With a sexy voice. They should have had Signal giving some sort of sexy narration to this whole thing instead of these 2 nasally girls.
Based on real-time weather data. These checks happened all the way up until we were in the final hours before the deorbit burn, which has just...
Could you imagine? Like, do you think these guys fought? I mean, they had to have, right? They were stuck there 285 days. Like, what do you think a space fight's like? It's nothing like Star Wars. It's not like they whipped out lightsabers or shit, or like used the Force. But like, what happens? Like, all those times, or do you think like did they fuck up there? Do you guys think that they like they gotta like? What do you do if you're horny in space? Do you get horny in space? Like, do they like masturbate or something? Like what happens? You're up there all those days. What do you do in space? There was a woman in there, some guys. Did they have like an orgy, like a space orgy? And like as they're flying back down to Earth, they're like, okay, let's just keep that up in the everything that happened. Like, does it get freaky up in space? What do they do?
Wonderful, wonderful.
I asked Turtle what her measurements are in kilos, weight lifts, and she called me a faggot spig crackhead. If you guys want to feel like you fought in a battle royal, hop into Discord. It'll grow hair on your chest. It's a fun roast, man. That's all.
It's true. When Nicole says it's not that bad, don't believe her. It is fun, though. Like, it is cool, man. It's cool to see you guys hanging out in there. You know, and God forbid anything happens, it's good to be able to have, like, a direct line to you in the Discord. But, yeah, I saw that. I saw Turtle do that. I couldn't believe it. She needs some therapy.
It's about a minute or so left in it, and this is the last burn in the trip home that commits Dragon to re-entering the Earth's atmosphere.
Now, we are currently waiting to conclude the deorbit burn. We've got less than a minute until that finishes.
Orbit burn
we will
time.
Expect to hear a call out.
Are we going to see, like, rattling and shit? Let's fast forward a little bit. This is crazy, man. What's this?
From the recovery vessel. I have a feeling it's going to be
They're not even natural blondes. You can see the roots and shit. Quick, dye your hair. It's time to go live and talk about the magnificent landing of the Dragon.
Pretty beautiful afternoon.
And we did mention that, of course, this is a daylight splashdown, so we should be getting some great...
Splashdown. This is the first time I even heard that. I heard splashdown so many times. I even put it in our title because I guess it's a thing. In 48 years of life, I've never heard the term splashdown. Ever. Like, I've never heard it before. But today, they must have said hammer home splashdown. And my thoughts is it's got to be a hashtag thing. And they want that shit to go viral, and they want everyone to hashtag splashdown or some shit like that. Like, I'm assuming this is like a marketing strategy. I guess this has been a term for a while, splashdown. But it seems like more than ever we've been saying splashdown. Before today, has anyone ever heard the term splashdown?
Great views. We do have a couple of spacecraft called the WB-57, which are high-altitude planes that NASA utilizes during splashdown operations.
Like, they just keep saying it. And I'm like, splashdown? It sounds like a fucking... like a ride in a water park.
Those are en route and going to be tracking the capsule.
It sounds like a fetish genre in Pornhub.
As it makes its way
the splashdown
through the atmosphere and should be providing some good views for us. Kate and I were just chatting about how we haven't had a daytime splashdown.
Would it be funny if, splashdown again. Would it be funny if it cut to the girls and they were just making out? Like topless, fondling each other? Like, that'd be fantastic.
A little while, so we're looking forward to the views along with you.
Yeah. Nighttime views are also great because we can see that capsule streaking through the night sky.
You know this is an SNL skit, right? You know that they're already writing this shit up for the next SNL. They have to be, right? This reeks SNL skit. This reeks like one of their opens.
Quite brightly. So like Sandra, you said earlier, daylight will be a little bit less bright, but we will definitely be able to see the SpaceX recovery team operations much clearer.
Splashdown. Arguing on the public Discord is one thing. Sending DMs is another. That's fucking stupid. By the way, speaking of DMs, before I went live, D-Rest flirted a deer donation. And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't see the rest of it, so I opened it up, and it vanished. I'm like, fuck, what do I got to... Like, D-Rest, me and D-Rest, it's like Mission Impossible. Because I can't get in there in time. Like, his fucking DM is self-destruct. If I don't get there in time, I miss about $250. So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, shit. Right before I went live, I see something about, like, there's... Do this before this message self-destructs type deal, right? And I see deer in there. So I go in there. And I said, I saw the deer message, and I missed it. LOL. And then he sends me the fucking middle finger. I'm like, all right, fuck this guy. I guess I missed out on the 250. It's literally like me and D-Rest's relationship is like I'm Tom Cruise and he's the guy that sends the messages that self-destruct.
I could also imagine it's probably a little bit easier for the team themselves to do their work in daytime than at nighttime. We'll see them.
But who sends you? Who argues with you guys in the DMs? Who do you argue with? Yeah, D-Rest is a good dude. He's a good guy. I like him because he's a fucking loon. You know, he's really out there, and I like that.
Rush in really quickly with a couple of fast boats as they begin the initial safety checks. And
oh, man, these girls. All right, here's one of the astronauts. I don't know if they had sex up there. Like, looking at this. Wait, but when she came down, she had all gray hair, right? So that's all dyed hair, I would imagine. Or she was up in space and got so stressed out that everything turned gray. But she came out and I saw gray hair, if this is the same girl I'm thinking of.
Pacific time this afternoon.
Sunny Williams.
Continuing on about Sunny Williams, who has a total of
That's a weird way to spell
608 days in space, the second most time in space by a U.S. astronaut. Former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson actually...
How many people in the chat, like, and answer this honestly, would actually do this? Because I was really banging it around because I'm like, if you survive this and you're healthy coming out of this whole situation, what a story to tell your grandkids. Or tell your kids, like, I fucking went up into space and I was in there when all this shit went down. Like, that's... If you like attention, this is a great way to get that attention. Other than that, like, why would you do this? Go up into space. Other than you just want attention, right? Are they really doing anything up? What are they doing up there? What are they doing in space? Besides getting stuck up there and blowing loads like space loads and shit. Like anti-gravity loads. What are they doing in space? I mean, the world's flat anyway. We already know that. Space orgies, what do you do? Other than you just want attention. You want to risk your life. And then if you come down in one piece, right? What's the point? Is the risk worth the reward? Or is the reward worth the risk? They come back, they lose bone density, biomass, and muscle. They can barely move when they come back. They do experiments all the time. Yeah, what's the reward other than they want attention? It's almost like when people go on a reality show and completely humiliate themselves and then ruin their whole reputation just for that quick fix of fame. It's weird. I mean, it seems cool, the idea of going up into space, but is it really worth it? Like, I don't know.
Ranks first for the U.S. with 675 days in space. Sunny conducted 2 spacewalks and has completed 9 over the course of her career for a total of 62 hours.
9 spacewalks. So what's a spacewalk? You're out there, you're in space, you're walking. Like, what do you mean spacewalk? 3 missions, 9 spacewalks. What the fuck is a spacewalk? Let's see. I don't know anything about this stuff. Spacewalk. What's a spacewalk? A spacewalk, also known as extravehicular activity, EVA, is when the astronaut performs tasks outside their spacecraft in space, relying on spacesuits. That's pretty cool. So they're out there with the whole fucking pressure outfit on, floating around doing shit. Okay. 9 times she's been out there walking in space. She must be horrific to live with, right? Why would she be out there walking around in space if she was a good mom or a good wife? You know, if she was good at those jobs, she wouldn't be out there walking around space. She's got to be an insufferable bitch, right? If you think about it, like, why? What good human being would want to be doing that? Like, you just send up the insufferable up there, right? She can't hold down a relationship or some shit. Is she married? Like Suni Williams, let's see, or Sonny. Married? Let's see. I could be wrong. Let's see. All right, so she's married to Michael J. Williams, part of Expedition 15 crew on board International Space Station, and set endurance record for female astronauts. Sonny is married to Chief Inspector. Chief Inspector. I am the Chief Inspector. I must inspect because I'm the Chief of Inspecting of the Judicial Security Division. We wish both Jimmy and Sonny along with the rest of the crew. So wait, so is Michael Williams Chief Inspector? Michael J. Williams of the Judicial Security Division. So he was up there too then, Michael, right? It says, we wish both Jimmy and Son. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, Jim and Sonny. Okay. I thought he said Michael. I read that wrong. All right, so he's a chief inspector. Yeah, they have a bumpy marriage, I think. That's what I'm going to go with. Ask an astronaut when they get to space and see our planet. They say it changes their life forever. What the fuck? How many astronauts do you talk to, Johnny Smith? How many astronauts did you ask that? Have you ever met an astronaut? How many people in the chat have met an astronaut? I would like to meet one. I would love to interview an astronaut. That'd be great. Because when I was watching them getting pulled out of this, which we're going to see in a bit, I was like, man, what a great story that's going to be. When they talk about everything. It's going to be pretty cool. You watch it all the time? Oh, but you never met an astronaut. Stop acting like you're talking to astronauts.
6 minutes of space.
Acting like you're in the chat, acting like you talk to astronauts. The spacewalk seemed laughable. They say it's moving at 17,000 miles per hour, and they just casually holding a railing using hand tools. Yeah, it's nuts. We're in the movies, right? Is that the speed that's supposedly going? 17,000 miles per hour? That seems a little extreme, right? Everyone smells like, yeah, the little stunk in there, guaranteed. Does the suits have like a anti-stank thing in there? There's got to be a space diaper. Hold on. Do space suits have diapers? Okay. Yes. Astronauts wear a maximum absorbency garments. I fucking knew it. MAG. Essentially an adult diaper during spacewalks and other activities where they cannot easily access a bathroom. Yeah, because think about this. You're doing a spacewalk and you got to take a shit. And now you got to, like, it's in your spacesuit and you got to smell it, you know? Like I can't, like, look at this guy. Like, now every time you look at an astronaut, you're just going to know they shit and piss themselves. You know? Like, there should be something that, like, there's a way to attach a hose when you're in the spaceship and it just sucks the shit out of you or something. Or if you're out in orbit, but you're out, you know, you're floating around and shit, there should be like a latch that pops open and the shit just goes out there. And there's like an in-suit bidet. Like, as the flap is open, it just shoots water in there, cleans your asshole out, the flap goes back on, everything's... So now we know they all fucking shit and piss themselves. It definitely stunk in there. They all wear space diapers. This girl has shit herself multiple times. So I'm saying, like, you got to be, like, it's incredibly brave to do it. Like, you know, as I'm goofing around about all this stuff, you got to be a special human being to pull this off. But you're also known as the person that shits and pisses themselves, you know? Is it worth it?
Spacewalking time. She ranks 4th on the list of cumulative time spacewalking by
She has shit herself during spacewalks about 14 times.
a female astronaut, and she has flown on 4 different spacecraft types, including the Space Shuttle, Soyuz.
Do you think that's why the dolphins came over? They smelt the piss and shit, and they just wanted to see what the hell was going on. It's like, something smells like shit. And all the dolphins...
Starliner, and now Dragon. Previously, she served on Expedition 14 and 15 in 2006 and 2000.
All right, let's move on from her. Here's the rest of the crew. All these guys shit themselves.
Male astronaut, Soyuz, Starliner 15, and a base.
Is also serving as a mission special.
Butch, also known as the man that shit himself 43 times in space. He has the record of most diarrhea experiences. Actually, 5 spacewalks, but like almost 50 plus liquidy diarrhea experiences in his undies.
Today. This is his 3rd space flight, and just like Sunny, logged 286 days in space. He conducted 1 spacewalk and completed 5.
Imagine if these guys, like, once they all get comfortable and stuff, and then they stumble on this video and they see this idiot talking about how they shit themselves in space. I mean, it's part of the deal, like, right? You got to expect this.
Soyuz, Starliner, and now Dragon.
You think they smashed? So Butch Williams, you think he got it in? I mean, if you think about it, you're up there. It's like, no one's going to know. Wait, hold on. Wilmore, Butch Wilmore. I thought it was the same name. I'm like, whoa. Or do you think Alexander, Butch, and Suni, like they put Suni on the rotisserie up in space? You think they were all butt-ass naked, anti-gravity, Suni's in the middle, and they're just rotating her around like a rotisserie chicken?
Male astronaut. Cargo spacecraft launches from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan.
Oh, this guy definitely has some good ground and pound. This guy's known for his ground and pound. This guy looks like a typical Khabib fan. Actually, Kazakhstan. No, this is a... Who's from Kazakhstan? Who's from Kazakhstan?
Corporation and help support cargo spacecraft launches from the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
You think Suni has, or Sunny has OnlyFans?
In Kazakhstan.
This is amazing. Okay, so that's the crew. That's the crew. Let's get to the good stuff here, guys. Incredible. So I didn't see this either. I only saw it when the parachute deployed. Here we go. This is the sky.
Pretty incredible views of the Dragon spacecraft making its way home back to planet Earth with the Crew 9 astronauts on board. Once again, this view is coming from the WB-57 plane. That heat shield we can see doing magnificent work as it works to...
Freedom, SpaceX, Comcheck.
So cool.
All right, we're going to start hearing the SpaceX Crew Operations Resource End. Like we said before, things moving very quickly as Dragon Freedom makes its way home. Next event coming up will be deployment of the drogue parachutes. This occurs around 18,000 feet.
GPS has converged.
They couldn't give a better image than 720?
Expect nominal altitude for drogue chute deployment.
Get ready. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get out of control.
We're about 2 minutes away from deployment of those drogue parachutes.
Drogue window.
Look at this. Oh,
we can see seat rotation.
I didn't see that. Hold on. That's so cool.
Really gives you a sense of why that plasma builds up on the exterior of the capsule, thanks to the heat shield and the work that it does. Those drogue parachutes will slow it down from 350 to about 119 miles per hour. We can see
15 kilometers. Brace for drogue window.
We can see seat rotation happening inside.
Look how terrified. Did you see that one over there? Is that this one over here? This one's like, check. He's like, you know when you're on the roller coaster? Let's look at them. This guy's like, let me just close my eyes. They're all fucking praying, you know that. And then this guy over here is like, oh my God, wait until my wife finds out that I had sex with Sonny. Watch, look how nervous he is right now. You would think he's nervous because of the landing, but no, he's like, oh my God, I hope that didn't get caught on camera. Hold on. Oh, we went a little too far, guys. Hold on. Watch him. Look, watch how nervous he is. See, it's moving. And he's like, oh my God, I hope. Oh my God, I hope they don't find out. Oh my God, about me and Sonny. He looks terrified. You go on the roller coaster and you're like, oh, is this thing is good, right? The seatbelt. It's crazy, man.
Once again, those slow that feet.
Waiting the drogue deploys. This view coming from the WB-57 high altitude plane.
So cool.
And there you see it on your screen, drogue deployment.
Descent rate nominal.
You can hear the crowd.
Yeah, they're clapping because imagine those parachutes don't go off. It just fucking plummets.
Out here.
Visual on 2 healthy drogues.
Look at that.
The crowd here very excited as Dragon Freedom continues to make its way back to planet Earth.
Look at that. That's wild. So
Next up, we'll stand by for the main deployment of the parachutes. The mains are quite a bit larger. You'll be able to notice the difference on your screen once they deploy, and they continue to ensure that the Dragon spacecraft slows down even further. As we mentioned, Freedom will be traveling 16 miles per hour when it splashes down off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida, here at 2:57 p.m. Pacific time this afternoon. And there we go.
We have visual on 4 healthy mains.
Cool, right?
That view was from inside.
Freedom copy.
That view was from inside one of the buckets where the parachutes are located. So we see a great view there of the reefing on those parachutes. And as those main parachutes begin to inflate fully,
Yeah, this looks like the cupcake. The thing came into safe space with 2 little cupcake parachutes. It does. Like, it looks like the things you slide the cupcakes in. It does. It does kind of look like that. With a little Hershey's Kiss at the bottom.
Beautiful, healthy names. Now awaiting visuals of Splashdown.
That's so amazing.
We'll start to hear Commander Nick Hague.
Copy 1000.
As we heard right there, Commander Nick Hague will be calling out the altitude of the Dragon capsule from here on out. Landing in water is simpler and provides more margin against unlikely parachute issues. You can see those parachutes continue.
Could you imagine what that must have felt like, though, as they're free falling before the parachute, and then the parachute deploys, and then like that feeling? Oh my God, that's got to be terrifying.
To slow the Dragon capsule down.
And if you're just joining us, you're looking at
800 meters.
A live view of Crew 9, just minutes away from splashing down off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida. Splashdown 2 minutes from now at 2:57 p.m. Pacific. We do have 4 healthy mains really doing the job there. Just breathtaking views of a calm.
They got to be shitting their pants. Yeah.
Glass-like.
They got to be shitting their pants because, well, at least they got the diapers on, right? They got space diapers on. It's crazy. Today I found out about space diapers. I bet how many people look at that. The sigh of relief, right? I mean, it's not done yet, but still, the fact that they know it's deployed, I mean, that has got to be so fucking scary. The amount of therapy they're going to need after this. Being trapped in space and then, like, going through all this, like, oh, my God.
Are able to float freely.
I would imagine this is their last mission, right? Do you think they would do this again? I would be like, nope, I'm retired. That's it. We're done.
This is a gorgeous...
If they went back up there, then there's clearly something mentally wrong with them.
Crew 9. It's incredible to think that the Dragon capsule just minutes ago was going over 17,000 miles per hour.
Yeah, 17.
Now gently coasting to a soft splashdown.
Oh, so that's what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about while they were up in space. 17,000 mile per hour. My God. Dude, that's craziness. 17,000 miles per hour. Oh my God, what does that feel like?
As there on your screen, continuing to monitor progress.
Look at this shot, by the way.
The Dragon spacecraft. And we're going to stand by for splashdown, located in the Gulf of America, off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida.
Now, right, this does not look real, right? Like, this is where I kind of started. This is exactly where, like, I came in when I got home. Actually, a little bit higher, but still. I'm like, what? Like, this shit don't look real at all. Right? That looks so fake. Unbelievable. There it is. Sploosh.
Back on Earth. And splashdown. Crew 9 back on Earth.
It almost sounds like fake applause. Crazy. It's all AI generated. I mean, it could be. It looks like it. Unbelievable. Wow, Carl says 100% AI generated. So, Carl, do you really believe it's all fake? The water does look fake, though. I'm with you, kind of. When I watched it live, I was like, wait a second. It does. It does look fucking fake as fuck.
And SpaceX Freedom, splashdown.
Look at that, though. It's beautiful.
Good main release.
Copy, splashdown.
So Carl thinks it's fake. Wow. So why do you think it's fake? Because of it looking fake, or you think that the dolphins are coming? Don't worry, we'll get to the dolphins.
We see main chutes cut.
So you can see in the background over here, you can see those are the dolphins. No. Those are the rescue. Would that be the Coast Guard, or is that part of SpaceX?
Nick, Alex, Butch, Sunny, on behalf of SpaceX, welcome home.
Welcome home. Look at that. So cool, right? Wow.
It's an amazing.
Yeah, when the dolphin showed up, like Johnny says, I'm waiting for sharks to eat that. When the dolphin showed up, I'm like, all right, where there's dolphins, there's usually sharks. Like, I was waiting for the sharks as well.
All right. I see a capsule full of grams ear to ear.
When the dolphin, actually, no, it's not there yet. When the dolphin showed up, that's what I was like. I'm like, what is going on, man? Like, why would the dolphin show up? Like, I can't do it. Can't do it too loud because the kids are sleeping. I just want to check out what's going on.
And as you can see on your screen, we have visual confirmation of splashdown. Dragon Freedom has returned home, and NASA astronauts.
System safety verifications are in progress. We'll report back when recovery personnel are en route.
The chat was so funny with this. The chat was so freaking funny. I was reading the chat, just crying. Like, they were hilarious, the shit they were saying. It's beautiful, though, man. With the drone shot and the Gulf of America. This is the most American thing I've seen in forever. I felt so good to be an American here. I was like, all right, they're saved. It was a pretty smooth landing, and everything seemed like it was perfect, right? Even down to even the dolphins were saying USA as they were swimming in so proudly in the Gulf of America. This is the most American thing I've ever seen in my life.
Corps and Nick Hague, the commander of Crew Dragon Freedom, which just splashed down 2 minutes ago off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida. Dragon Freedom has returned home with NASA astronauts Nick Hague, Sonny Williams, Butch Wilmore, and Roscosmos cosmonaut Alex.
Let's see. It looks fake because of the video frame rate and resolution. Yeah, it looks like about 24 frames per second. Shot in 4K, although this is a 720 feed. Look at Tom coming in with the numbers.
The teams have been ready and waiting about 3 nautical miles away, so it's going to take them about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think this is 60 frames per second. This looks a little more cinematic. So I would say, like a 4K 24 frames per second to give it the movie look.
Table 1, we see the same.
It's going to take about 30 minutes for the recovery team to make their way over.
Look at like the outside of it, all burnt up and shit because it was going 7,000 miles per hour. It's so crazy, man.
That Dragon spacecraft there on your screen. Incredible views there.
It doesn't have like some sort of space particles on it or something that could be harmful, like being out there and then in here, like I don't know, is this some like radiation or some shit, or like isn't there stuff in space that's not like? Did it bring a symbiote down or something, or everyone gonna turn to Venom?
What that hole, that like bucket area is, that is underneath the side hatch. That is where.
Mas, you believe we landed on the moon in 1969 and we lost all the technology to go back? Damn it. I've entertained the conspiracy of the moon landing, but as I went down the rabbit hole, I'm more confirmed that it happened. But it is interesting. I think it's very interesting, the conspiracy side of the moon landing for sure. But I do believe it did happen. I don't, as much as I would like to. I've played the game of saying, "Oh, it didn't happen," you know. But you know, the more I did look into it, I was like, it seems like it was real. I was kind of hoping it wasn't, to be honest. How many other people think the moon landing was fake? With the shot in 8K or 64 max, it's 720 feet. Yeah, this feed is 720. But you will notice, though, like if it's the frame rate, you would notice the difference. Even 4K, you would notice.
The main parachutes were stored. So when we saw the Dragon capsule docked at station, it looked very different. The panel that protects and covers the main parachutes, that was still intact, as well as the panels that enclose where the drogue parachutes are located.
And this looks like something out of Fast and the Furious over here as they're all racing in, you know? Let's go, Smokey. Thank you so much.
Trump just give those dolphins citizenship.
Well, they're in the Gulf of America, right? Did they come here illegally? I don't know. Thank you, Smokey. How about Smokey? Round of applause for Smokey being so generous during our Gummy Gang extravaganza. Thank you. Thanks, Smokey, man. Really appreciate you, man.
We can see those.
America staged the landing to beat Russia. Yeah, there was a mad dash to beat Russia. I remember that. The whole, not the moon landing, but I remember that whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. The more I looked into it, it did feel like I understand why people thought it was fake, but it seemed like there was more fingers pointing towards it being real than fake. So I don't know. You have to remember this too. What we see in technology, we're like about 10 years behind than what the government has access to. You know what I'm saying? Like the luxuries that we have in life are not quite what the government has their hands on. They're way ahead of us. You know, so I would imagine when the moon landing happened, they were so far ahead of what, you know, we had in our lives. So, yeah. Some of the footage was fake, but don't mean they didn't go. Yeah, exactly. I think Johnny Smith puts it the best way. Like, there probably was a Hollywood twist to it, but I do believe that we did land there. So I think that's probably the best way to describe it. For sure. Government is usually 20 years ahead. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think people can't wrap their heads around that. They think that what we see, like right now, like for instance, like, all right, here's my cell phone, and look at this thing. This is magnificent. Look what it can do. The government has to be ahead of us. They can't let, you know what I'm saying? They can't let the technology be at the same as the people that run countries and shit like that. They can't have that. What do you think? They want us to like overthrow them and shit? Like, it's bad enough we got hackers and stuff like that. You know, so you have to look at it that way. Now there is fake things out there. There's shit that the government lies about for sure, and they could have embellished the way the moon landing went about. But I truly believe we did land there. But you know, the problem is when there's so many lies that come at you, you start not believing anything. You know, which I understand. I get it. I do. I do.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So this part where the boats zoom in for the rescue was done in a location where wild dolphins feel comfortable being with humans. A giant rock just landed in the water, yet Flipper photobombed the shot? Yeah, moon landing is fake 100%. It was politics.
Okay. There you go. There's Kainoto's side. Well, I'm telling you, the dolphins is fucking weird. I would be completely lying. Like, the first thing that jumped into my head is like, is this real? I'm corrupted. I am corrupted. There's a lot of things that have me corrupted, you know? So I don't necessarily believe everything. But when the dolphins do roll up in this, you start saying, okay, this is way too Disney. Like, this is crazy.
Those fast boats, we weren't kidding when we said they were fast. While it does take about 30 minutes for the main recovery vessel to make its way over to the capsule, these fast boats
it would be funny if the camera just panned and you just see a bunch of boats with dolphins on it and they just fucking launch the dolphins into the water. They just have, like, this is a bunch of dolphins just piled up in a boat and like, all right, we good. They get the green light and then they just fucking throw dolphins into the ocean. To just kick them off the side of the boat, and the dolphins just flop into the water. Like, wow, look at that. Just conveniently in the frame is just the ship and the boats. But if you go a little bit left, they're kicking dolphins into the water. Dude, that'd be so fucking funny. Like, someone needs to make that movie. You know, where this whole thing is staged. That would be great.
A couple of things simultaneously. A couple of them are going to be working to retrieve the parachutes that you see in the background there of this drone shot. Those parachutes will be retrieved from the ocean surface. We want to make sure we are able to pull those out. The recovery vessel there closest to
the guy flying the drone, is it a YouTube content creator, like, or is it just a guy that is, his job is to fly? I guess we do have drones. But what kind of job is that? Like, what's the job drone flyer? Like, how do you get into that line of work?
The spacecraft is going to be performing some safety checks. We can see there they're using an instrument that is basically working to detect if there are any hypergolic vapors or fumes that are still residing in and or around the Draco thruster.
I mean, this is some weird terminology, but this is what I was thinking too. It's like, well, isn't there some weird space shit on there that you got to make sure it's safe to get near it?
Nozzles or outlets. The hypergolic fuel, which is necessary for...
let's get to the dolphins now. Right, because this goes on for a while. They're just stuck in there. They got to be so relieved, but like, get me the fuck... I'd be screaming at this point. Like, get me out of here. This would be me in there. Get out! Get out! That would be me. So as this is happening, right, I'm going to skip through a little bit. Because it's just floating around and they're just like testing everything. A guy leaps on there and he's just hanging off the side of it for theatrics. This boat's going around it. And then I couldn't believe it too. I'm watching this with Ellie and I'm like, oh my God, are those fucking dolphins? Like, where are the dolphins? All right, here's the boat that they're going to drag this thing onto. People in the chat were so funny because like, they're like the stupid captain. Like, as they start dragging the thing on here, the sun's setting behind it. Like, turn the fucking boat around, Captain, you piece of shit. Like, they're just going on like, oh, look at this idiot. We can't get the shot because, like, the boat's in the wrong side. All right, let's keep on skipping through here. Let's get to the dolphins. There's aerial shot. Pretty cool. It looks beautiful, though. It is a beautiful shot. More boat shit. Where are you, dolphins? Oh, is this it?
To get to this point,
training on station.
No, it's the parachute. I'm so happy though I did see it live. I am happy I did get to see this live. It was really cool. I was like riveted to this. This guy's still hanging off the side of it. It took him so long to get this thing off, but it's part of the script, you know? We got to get the aerial shots. How are we going to... We got to fake this thing, man.
Wonderful.
Look at Kainoto, rapid fire donos.
And look. The boat guys approach the capsule and all they have is an instrument that is detecting fumes blah blah, looks like a pool net cleaner thing with a hook at the end. LOL. Bambi had the gall to tell us our pool net was a science instrument, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Pad is that translation deck where we will see the nest once it is loaded up with the Dragon spacecraft on board. The nest will be translated to the forward end of the recovery vessel.
So now you can kind of see it a little bit.
And that is where
there they
our
are.
Crew 9
Watch this.
team members will egress from the Dragon spacecraft. Now, here on your screen, we can see dolphins, actually, who want to come and play with Dragon. Now,
Look
one
at
of the fast boats there in...
Dude, this is crazy, right? So I'm like watching this. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, so here's the aerial shot.
They'll fly back to here.
Here on, shut these girls up. Right? No dolphins to be found, but they're coming.
I'm coming.
There they are.
I'm coming.
There's one there. They all have Yuri Prohaska hair. There's another one popping up there. Here we go. Look at this. And they're just swarming around. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? And I'm watching this. And I'm like, Ellie, do you see the dolphins? Like, what the fuck? What?
Who want to come and play with Dragon. Now, one of the fast boats there in place, working to assist the recovery team member. It's incredible.
Dude, it's crazy. Dude, you can't even make this shit up.
I just love these views. We really see them even better in daytime, but just seeing the recovery team work in tandem to step through each step, to step through each operation. Obviously they're getting quick assists from the honorary part of the recovery team, those dolphins in the water there. Now,
so here's my question to you. Like, I know dolphins are very smart, and the chat was so freaking funny, man. I got to pull up the one comment that had me like rolling, man. Let's see. Can I get the replay? 128.50 in case I lose it. We are Chinese spy dolphins. Could be. I got that Youth of a Nation song, so Smokey sent a video of the Youth of a Nation. I can't get it. That sucks. Yeah, chat was funny, man. Here's the chat, but it's not coming up. Oh well.
The recovery crew team member that is crawling around.
So anyway, what are the dolphins doing? Like, I know they're very intelligent. Like, what are they? Like, what are they doing? They're just being curious, I guess. I would imagine. Like, why would they pop up in that? There's a disturbance in the ocean. So they just want to go check it out? What are the dolphins? Can anyone explain? Any dolphin experts? I mean, there's a lot of experts in the chat. Any dolphin experts? Look at how the dolphins cause disturbance in the water, yet... Hold on, I lost you. Yet this giant marshmallow landed without a splash. They're tightening the bolts, the dolphins? Come and see what's going on. Wild dolphins would 100% approach a bunch of humans like that. I mean, if you're in SeaWorld, right? The craft had dolphin mind reading equipment on it. Yeah, did the craft? Dolphins coming in for a landing. Cue the dolphins.
The Dragon spacecraft. Earlier we saw a view where it was like a spider monkey pose. We can see that individual now standing in the bucket where the main parachutes.
I mean, it is gorgeous, though, if you think about it, right? Like, now they're dragging this capsule over to the boat. You got the dolphins, the beautiful water, clear skies. I mean, everything about this is just, it's magnificent. You know? Like, I should have had my edible watching this. It was really, like, it was quite a cinematic experience. So I can understand why people say this is fake, because it was way too perfect. Like, everything about this was above perfect. Like, there's the dolphins again. The drone's panning around. Now, you know, like, get the dolphins in. We paid good money for those dolphins. They're just frolicking out there. Look at that shit. The people on the boat. Now, I got to be honest with you, though. I have done, like, I've been to Florida many times and took the boat out. I've taken jet skis out, and dolphins are legit everywhere. So, like, all joking aside, they are legit. It's crazy. Dolphins are just fucking everywhere. I'll never forget, my ex was on a dolphin, what was it called? Like one of those dolphin cruises or something where you just go out and you just go watch the dolphins. And me and my buddy decided to ride wave runners that day. And we were like, okay, let's crash the dolphin cruise and fly with our pants down. Like, just zip past them with our pants down. So everyone's on the dolphin cruise, and then me and my buddy had our pants down to the ankles, flying with wave runners past them as they're looking at dolphins. We didn't think about maybe there's families on that dolphin cruise. We didn't give a shit. We were just like, with the freaking pants down. Thought it was the funniest shit ever. So we did that. We got to see the dolphins, too, with our pants down. It was fantastic. But anyway, there are a lot of dolphins there.
Words and
we're not together anymore. Imagine that was the reason. That'd be great.
The water, it will then move forward, and the capsule will be placed inside of what you can see there is basically a basket. We call it the nest, dragon nest, where that's where the capsule will be placed.
The dolphins are literally like following the boat over. Like, look at this shit. Where'd they go? Hold on, I just saw them. It's crazy, man. So now they got the tow truck out. It's AAA pulling this fucking egg to the boat. What was that cable thing under the water? What cable thing? It's dragging the top piece. This cable? There's a cable dragging. It's for the cameras. It's a track for the cameras. Here's some people's story forever. Yeah, about the flashers. Yeah, me and my buddy, we got drunk and we decided to hop on the wave runners, and he thought it'd be so funny just passing them. Our exes weren't thrilled with us doing that. But you know what's funny? They told the people on the boat. You thought they wouldn't say anything. Like if I was there, and actually I'd probably be laughing my ass off. Who am I kidding? But they were like bragging that it was me and my buddy. Like they were pretending like, oh, but they would tell everyone. Like if you were upset about it, you wouldn't tell people on the boat, right? You'd just be like, oh, look at those assholes. You wouldn't admit that they're your fucking boyfriends or husband. Actually, were we married then? I don't remember. No, we weren't.
Spacecraft is a little bit closer to the recovery vessel, and we usually get a really good view of that particular operation from one of the onboard cameras from the recovery vessel.
Look at
that. That is an operation that I have a lot of respect and admiration for.
So, Kainoto, do you like... I've watched I Dream of Jeannie enough to know this is fake. Like, all joking aside, Kainoto, do you believe this or no? Do you think this is real or no? Just out of curiosity. I don't want you to break kayfabe, but I'm not sure if... I can't tell if you're goofing or if you believe it. Because I believe Sober Carl, I think he thinks this is all fake, right? There's the dolphins again. They're checking everything out. Let's get a closer look, guys. Wow, look at that. That's so crazy, man. This boat just designed to scoop up space people. That's the whole purpose of this boat, right? It's a space people pickup boat. A megalodon? I didn't see no megalodon.
Into the nest.
So yeah, they got to bring it into the nest. The dolphins are still like, it's so crazy. The dolphins are like following them. Like they're just following them to the boat. Like, is everything okay? You guys need a little help getting that egg on the boat? I don't believe that we went to the moon, but I think it's plausible that this capsule may have been in the atmosphere. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, with the technology we have now, it seems more realistic. This seems more realistic, right? With the technology we have now. But it is true. Back with the moon landing, it did seem like, how do we pull that off? How do we really pull that off? So I get it. Well, this guy just jumped off the fucking capsule into did he just commit suicide in the back? You see this dude? This guy just offed himself. Watch this. Watch this dude in the back here. What a cool job though, huh? Watch this guy on. Here he goes. I'm done. This dude's having the time of his life. All right, guys. See you later. Woo! Yeah. Here we go. Ready? Can't say you're going to do. Whoa. Yeah. What a job. That guy's working. I'm tired of these boring regular ass dolphins. We need more space dolphins. Yeah, space dolphins are fucking cool. Or sharks with lasers. Lasers. He's jumped in to have sex with the dolphins. Spends a year in space. He has the strength and coordination to jump out like that. No. That's not an astronaut, bro. Kenoto, are you kratom up? That's not an astronaut. They didn't take him out yet. He didn't just jump. That wasn't one of the. That wasn't the. Oh, and Carl says 100. No, that's not the astronaut, bro. That's not the. Oh my God, that's not the astronaut. So this is the first time you're watching this? Okay. That's just some dude, yeah. That's just one of the dudes trying to get this thing on. Oh my God. Dude, that'd be so funny if that was the astronaut though. That would be really funny. He just cracks the thing open. He's like, woo! Just does a flip, a belly flop into the water after being stuck. Like he could barely move his body, but somehow he could just do this perfect flip into the water. Yeah. No, wait until you see him come out. They come out like fucking Weekend at Bernie's. Okay, so I'm glad you guys didn't see this yet. Some of you guys didn't see this. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't skip anymore. That would be so funny. Yeah. Then, yeah. You know what? There are probably people right now making that video like that didn't see the whole thing and saw that clip. I can guarantee someone on TikTok, oh, that'd be so fucking funny. Dude, talk about a viral video. Like clipping that, be like, see, this is fake. How could the astronaut jump out like that? Knowing that it's fake, just make that video. I think I just made someone very rich. So someone make that video right now. It's going to get a gazillion views. And never, ever say you know that that's not the astronaut. Just take it to your grave that you think that's one of the astronauts that jumped out. I think that shit would go viral.
Great news there, letting us know that Dragon Freedom has been successfully recovered from the water's surface. If you've just joined us, we had an on-time splashdown at 5:57 p.m. Eastern Time.
But the theatrics of this is amazing, right? Like the way it's all dragged out and the way they're doing this shit, it feels so James Cameron. And they're going to hose it down. It really is cool that they have all these cameras and show, like, document all this stuff. And they're just broadcasting it. Yeah, an astronaut with an overloaded diaper. That is funny, though, man. That would be really funny to make a video about that. You believe the whole thing now? That was actually James Cameron that jumped off the capsule. Yeah, you know someone can take something like an AI, like some crazy shit with this, you know? There's got to be a way. Actually, I know of something that could take images and turn it into like some weird ass video. Look at this. They're trying to line everything up.
It looks like the positioning wasn't quite right, so they are working on repositioning the capsule in the nest now.
It would have been so funny if, like, they put it on and it wasn't on right, and then it just fucking slid back into the water, upside down. The dolphins have to fucking flip it back over. Yeah, maybe the dolphins are there just in case they can't get this thing on the boat. They just want to make sure everything goes right. Those are NASA dolphins. They're SpaceX dolphins. Elon has tested the chip on them first, the brain chip, so he's controlling the dolphins. Dr. Doom dolphins. The capsule looks like it was up a megalodon's ass. It's a good thing it floated and didn't sink to the... That's what I was thinking. I'm like, this thing must be really heavy. Like, how is it floating? Like, what do you put in that thing to make it float? How does that work? Is it like hollow on the bottom? Like, how does that work? The bottom of it's designed to float. And I guess the way it's designed, too, it can't really tip over. Right? So it should... What do you put on the bottom of that thing? It's just a bunch of... Do they blow a bunch of air in the bottom of it? It's a tube. How's it float? What do they do? It's funny when... So now the sun is setting, but it's not quite annoying yet. The chat starts flipping
Sunny
out.
William.
When they start pulling this thing forward and the sun comes down, because he starts to not be able to see everything.
2:57 p.m. Pacific time this afternoon. Now working to get that spacecraft situated in the nest.
How do they do this at night? That's going to be crazy at night. It's going to be even more terrifying.
Ensure that it's nice and secure.
It's a big dildo tip. Got to be air? Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do they do? Like, what do they put in it? I don't know if it is air. This is tech 20 years ahead. It's light material and floats. It withstands harsh conditions in space and incredible G-forces. Yep. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. It's going to be crazy, right? 20 years down the road, people are going to look back. Well, I got to be honest with you. I know people that are anti-Elon are going to just hammer home that this is fake, right? I would imagine. If you're not a fan of Elon Musk, you're going to do whatever you can to discredit this whole, thing, because he made it a big deal. Like, I'm going to get these guys back home. So I do understand why people that don't like Elon do not want, like, I actually think there are people out there. I'm not saying Kyle is this like this, but when I was watching this, I'm like, there are fucking some crazies out there probably like, please let these people die. Anyone in the chat like that? Think that? I'm like, there's probably some crazy lunatics that cannot stand Elon to the point where they're like, oh my God, wouldn't it be great if these guys died? And then we could really shit on Elon. Like, I don't know. It's crazy, man. That thought actually jumped into my head. I was like, oh my God, there's probably assholes like that think that.
We have the recovery personnel that you see here, but we also have a doctor that will check out the crew members as standard procedure. As with any spacecraft that is returning from space, we always perform a medical check with the crew. So you will see the crew come out of the capsule and be placed on stretcher.
Yeah, because I know my they're gonna pull them out in stretchers. I know my aunt, like, she really wanted Trump dead, and I'm like, wow, that's fucking morbid. There's not a person on this earth that I despise. And there's some people I despise that I would want dead. I mean, actually, no, I'm lying. There are people I would like dead. There are people I like dead. There are some pretty heinous people out there.
To the camera angle that we're seeing right here. And then teams will step through procedures to get that side hatch opened. You see it right in the dead center of your screen there. It's kind of that rectangular.
Did that guy ever come out of the water? The dude that jumped off?
Since Crew 9, which included Nick Hagan, Alexander Gorbanov, launched back in September from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. So that will be the very first time that hatch is opened. Once docked to the International Space Station, crew enter through the top hatch, which was where the nose cone is now closed.
So like while this is all going down, these people are still stuck in this thing. Now they got to be incredibly relieved that they landed. Now they're dragged onto the boat. Do they even know? I mean, I guess there's some sort of communication going on, right? So they're probably getting talked through this. But could you imagine? Like, what's the conversation like in that capsule right now? Like, holy fuck. Like, is it, get me out of here, man? I'm done. Come on. Or is it like, I can't believe we did this. We're alive. Like, what are they saying? Better not mock Nassat, because Hillary will put out a fatwa on you. What the hell? What the hell does that even mean? They did say that the Epstein list is actually on this capsule. Is that called a cap on Dragon? It's in there. They pulled it out.
Now, while we are standing by for translation of the Dragon spacecraft to the platform there, the recovery platform.
So people outside of the U.S., what'd you guys think about this? Anyone in the chat outside the U.S.? I don't know if Feeble's still here, but what'd you guys think about this? Like, did you think this was as cool as we thought it was, or is this just like an obnoxious American thing?
Same process for any returning long-duration crew members. As you could imagine, returning to a gravity environment can wreak havoc on our vestibular system, which...
Who's the asshole that shit their pants? And couldn't they wait until... Yeah, I mean, that's all I was thinking while I was watching this live is the stink in that fucking capsule. But they're probably all desensitized to it. From the United Kingdom, I loved it. That's awesome, man. I love that shit. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I watched another country like pull this off or something like that, I'd be like, fuck yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I did see people in the chat, though, that were just complete assholes. They were making it super political. I'm like, man, can we just fucking enjoy a beautiful moment? Like, can we just... a beautiful CGI moment with dolphins? Like, can we just enjoy the movie? Why you got to make this so political? People outside of the U.S. don't have TVs. We have tech 20 years ahead. They still... Do you not believe... do you actually don't believe that the government has technology way ahead of us? There's no possible way you can't. Or you just fucking around. I can't tell if Kaino is goofing or if he's being serious. Like, he's too on the... Like, I think he believes like a lot of things that he's saying, but I think he wants to make it sound so over the top just in case he is wrong that he has like a safety net. Like, I can't figure him out. I mean, the government has to be ahead of us. Like, they can't just be like, release it out to everybody. Look at this. Like, for instance, like Apple and Samsung and all these companies, like they're already way ahead of us in the cell phone technology. They're just slowly releasing it so they just got the next thing, you know? Okay, they're hosing this thing down. So this is where the sun's setting.
You guys, you and the team did an awesome job, both uphill and downhill. Just really impressed. Thank you.
Here we go, bringing out the ladder.
Thanks, Nick. It's been an honor.
Like, dude, I'm assuming these guys do like dry runs through this shit, like where they just fake this all and they just keep drilling this, because it looks like they've done this like a gazillion times. Like, how they just casually know what to do here? It's just crazy. How many times have they practiced this? They're so calm and then just like, yep, we'll just throw the ladder over here. We're going to get this out and hose that down. And it's like, we're going to cue the dolphins.
Capsule ingress. And
even the dolphins must have practiced this.
All comings and goings from the spacecraft while it is on board the space station are from the forward hatch, which...
And even in the corner it says, up next. Hatch open. Coming up next. Like, this is very produced.
Ships at the start of their journeys last year.
And the very first person that will have the opportunity to say hello to the crew once that hatch is open is a SpaceX medical recovery personnel representative. then we'll see procedures take place to remove.
All right, one's in the chat if you think this is on a Hollywood set. There's a big tank of water in the background, or that could be a green screen. One's in the chat if you think this is a Hollywood set. Two's in the chat if you think this is real. Right now, I need everyone in the chat to let me know, because I'm looking at it now. It don't look real. It just coincidentally has a sun setting in the background to kind of make it, a little grainy.
And removing.
Let's see. What do you guys think in the chat? Hold on. Let's see. One's if you think it's fake. Two, if it's real. Okay. So Omar thinks it's real. UFO thinks it's real. And with a for fuck's sake. G-Force is on the fence, and then he thinks it's real. Tom thinks it's real. Juice thinks, okay, so we mostly think this is real. Okay. All right, so everyone's goofing, right? Okay. Well, Kevin Costa's going to come out. Why wouldn't it be real? Well, you know why. I don't have to answer that for you, but you know why. You're driving the boat? All right, FVG's actually driving it, so it's confirmed it's real. Okay, J Beers thinks it's real. Okay. All right. Okay.
The side hatch, as well as,
The people that didn't answer are just undecided now. I think we're undecided.
Side hatch up.
Here we go. Get ready for the stench. We're going in. We're cracking the egg. Have you noticed Adolf Ryan has been gone 3 streams in a row? I hope the little guy is okay. No, I have not. Has he been gone?
And there you have it. The side hatch is open for the first time since September.
Wow. Since September. It's so funny. They're like, we're going to need a locksmith when it was floating around in the water. The chat was freaking hilarious.
We can see some of the protective equipment there that was brought into frame that will help.
The funniest thing is, like, as soon as they open it up, like, let's take some pictures. And they're like, woof. He's got a clothespin on his nose. God damn, how many people shit their diapers? This guy's in there. That poor dude's got to be in there and saying, listen, guys, I know it stinks really bad in here, but we're going to get you guys out, all right? Could you imagine, though, being stuck in space for that long? Lost in space. And here we are. What a moment. Could be choreographed by Navy and SpaceX. The Dolphins were 2 on point. The Dolphins were insane. Like, it's almost like you got to think they're like, oh, fuck, why do these Dolphins show up? Because now people are going to start throwing the conspiracies out. I don't think they necessarily wanted the Dolphins to show up, Because that's when it started. That's when my brain was really going. I was like, wait, what? It just looked too cinematic, with the Dolphins showing up. Like, what the hell? All right, here we go. We're pulling them out. Now, they're stuck in there because they've been in there for a while, so they're a little crusty. There's a lot of, their diapers are all full. So it's going to take a little bit to get them out. We're up next is the crew egress. What a stream this is, guys. Now, we've said a lot of inappropriate jokes throughout this stream, an hour and 48 minutes of this. But I do have to say, this was a marvel to watch live. I did enjoy it. If this is me watching this live for the first time, I probably wouldn't be... no, I would be joking around. Who am I kidding? Because I did... not as much because my kids were there, but I do think this was a really big moment, and I'm glad to be around for it. Hit the first. If you think Moss is banned from splash parks by Jesse. I haven't been to one in a while. I picked up too many dads. Dolphins have been known to help man. That is true. That is true. Like in the movies. They protect them from the sharks and shit. They're supposedly very intelligent. And dolphins actually feel pleasure while they have sex. Fun fact. Not many animals really feel genuine pleasure when they have sex. Trust me, I know. They've told me they don't really feel much. But dolphins, oh, they feel it. I don't know how you can figure that out, but according to the experts. There they are. Look at this shot. They're just like, get me the fuck.
Miles all around back on.
Could you imagine, like, they just keep shoving cameras in there, and it's like, just get me out of here. You got to be at that point, right?
Generally speaking,
and there we do see Crew 9, some happy waves, smiles all around back on Earth.
Look at these outfits, though. They're all clean, right? Like, there's no creases or anything like that. They're just like, they're super smooth and futuristic. Yeah, wait until they come out. They have sex with each other's blowholes. Nah, you wouldn't be walking out. They could barely move, these people. They've just been stuck in there for so long. Your body's like mush. You know? Yeah, watch when they drag him out. The first guy gives it a good go, though. SpaceX. Glorious SpaceX.
Egress first, as it makes moving around inside the capsule a little bit easier.
If you guys have any videos of this being fake, let me know. It'd be funny going down that rabbit hole of people talking about this, because I'm sure there are a lot of people already on that.
Of the crew members, we can see those being handed out to the recovery team.
But yeah, me and my mom were texting each other back and forth. I'm like, how could you hate Elon now? Like, I don't understand.
Prior to dynamic operations.
By the way, speaking of people not in the chat, I don't see Jamie in the chat. Jamie posted something on Instagram that I don't even know what to say. But I witnessed something. I looked at Jess, and I showed Jess, and I was like, we're just going to keep this between you and me. I saw something on Instagram that I don't think it was meant to be out there for my eyes, to be honest. I saw something. I was like, what? So shout out to Jamie. He's in love right now.
Sized appropriately for each crew member, as everybody has different measurements and different leg lengths. Same goes for the armrests and the bucket length of each seat. We size those appropriately for the crew members and,
wow.
and to ensure their comfort and safety.
Wow, the seats are designed for each astronaut.
I believe.
Get out of my seat. It's designed for mine.
Little ramp that is used to help slide the crew members out from inside the spacecraft.
And once the crew does exit Dragon Freedom, they will be placed on to a structure to go to a medical bay for medical checkouts. This is standard procedure for all Dragon spacecraft flights that Splashdown crewed, as well as for our Soyuz spacecraft that land in Kazakhstan.
Zero gravity
you can see
on
the
a boat.
exterior
My God.
of Dragon.
Dude, yeah, I couldn't, man. Like, your head's got to be spinning, your body got to feel like mush. It's got to be, you got to be nauseous and ugh.
The capsule, when it has some...
Dude, it sounds terrible, right?
Charring from atmospheric reentry. It is the signature sign of a capsule that has returned to Earth.
Let's get them out. We're trying to get them out here. So if you're just jumping in, we're trying to get the astronauts out of the ship. But they want to leave them in a little bit longer. They're cooking them a little bit longer. I was even thinking maybe I should go live while it's happening live. But then I was like, no, we'll just do this on Gummy Gang later. First thing I would want is a steak. I don't know, man. Like, I guess you got to let your body... I don't think you're thinking about food when you land. Your body's got to be... they probably hook you up to an IV or some shit, right? And get those fluids going in your body and... Man. Your body's got to be all banged up. Especially being up there for that long.
And while on board the...
Looks like a mouth, right? 2 eyes and a mouth. It's like, come out of my mouth.
The hours of science.
All right, let's get these people out of here. What are we waiting for? We're acting like this is live. Here we go. It's like they're delivering a baby. Look at this. Here we go. Here's the first baby. Look, he can barely move.
We can see folks on board clapping as our first crew member.
There he is.
And that is
Right
NASA
down.
astronaut Nick Hague, commander
Crazy.
of Crew 9,
Could you imagine the muscle atrophy?
Crew Dragon Freedom.
Look at this outfit, though. Like, look, he gives a thumbs up. It's pretty cool, man. The space uniforms are a lot cooler than they used to be.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here comes Kainoto.
What a shame that preposterously cylindrical wasn't here for tonight's show. He's a man of science and would have explained everything to us as thought we were chimps. No offense stressed. That capsule head looks like a sci-fi porn robot head with its mouth.
Thank you, Kainoto. Oh my God. We have a lot of very smart people in our community. A lot. I don't think the IQ of our community is insane. A lot of people know. They just know a lot. A lot. It's amazing how much people know in our community. We have the most know-it-alls I've ever seen in a community.
Been a wave. Can't get any better than that.
Yeah, that is one happy camper, that's for sure.
He's out. Okay, one's out. Thank
As
you,
we said
Kainoto.
before,
Shout out to Kainoto. Can we get some GGs for Kainoto with the donations?
it is standard procedure for all of our
Oh, shit. You know what? You said Utah's not making the playoffs. The Rangers were losing to Calgary. The Rangers are falling apart, man. What's the score? The game's over. Texas Rangers. Who the fuck watches that? Oh, they lost again. Oh, they're done. God damn it.
long duration crew
Trade
members
the whole damn team.
to receive assistance upon egressing from the spacecraft.
Let's see the delivery of the next astronaut. Like, how do they choose who goes first? Is it like a seniority thing? Or maybe one feels a little worse. Here's the delivery of the next one.
Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Gorbanov, his first space flight, spent 171 days.
Wow, first space flight?
In space alongside NASA astronaut Nick Hague.
Looks like we're getting some cheers and clapping on board.
Look at that.
As Alexander is slid down the little ramp and placed into the mobility aid.
Oh, shit, I just realized, yeah, Jay Beers and Carl are Utah peeps. You guys should link up. Jay Beers and Carl. My cousin who made goat milk is in Utah right now. He's working out of Utah. This guy's good to go. Hey, how you doing? All right. Look at him. Crazy, huh? Wheel him off. They've been sitting for so long, and you got to put him back in a seat. It's like, I bet they wish they could just get up and skip and walk away, but I guess that's not how it works. Who's next? It's like, yeah, it's like they're delivering. It's like a gynecologist they're delivering. This is like a big space pussy, and they're pulling the astronauts out of it. Astronaut fetuses. Oh, here's the girl that, you know, she got a little beat up there. Here she comes. Now look at her hair, by the way. Her hair was brown. Now I'm assuming it must have been dye then. But I don't see, unless, does she have a hat on? Hold on, maybe she has a hat. No, it's gray hair, right? Yeah, her hair's all gray now. She aged tremendously from this trip, man. This trip beat her up. The rotisserie got to her. Poor girl. Pull her out. Now wave to the camera. Give a nice wave. Hey, there you go. Crazy. Wild, man. She was on the ride of her life. Let's pull another one out. What else we got in this? Well, they didn't wait for this guy. This guy's like, get me out of here, bro. Imagine being the last guy. Did they pull straws or something like that? Like, how do they know which one comes out first? Look at this guy. Oh my God, he's got to be so stiff. Get up, baby. Man, that's crazy. And he's on. Hey, guys. Crazy, right? There they are. Amazing. It really is amazing, though. That whole process was pretty nuts. Really cool, right? Really, really cool. So other than that, that's pretty much it with that. SpaceX rescue. Let's see. Let's try it. We might have to do a little. What's your goat milk percentage? You guys down for a little goat milk percentage? I want to see conspiracy. Let's see. Anyone put anything out there? Rescue 2025 life SpaceX. Crew 10 dock at. Wow, this is an 8-hour stream of this? Rescue 2025 dock. Wait, so what's this? Is this some out of the suits and shit? Oh, these are the people that were on there? Oh yeah, look at her hair. What the fuck? Oh, this is them in space?
SpaceX Crew 10, welcome aboard the ISS.
What is this? Wait, so they're doing an interview in space? Look at the fucking microphone. I didn't see this. Look at this shit.
Storage mass.
I didn't see any of this. So she went up with dark hair. Came down completely gray. It's like they're throwing the drumsticks out. I didn't see any of this shit. I only saw the end. The ending. Look, this is them going up.
Share this dream of spaceflight with each and every one of you. So with that, LC, let's get going.
Let's go.
Now let's put some fire in this rocket.
They had no idea they were going to be stuck up there. They had no clue.
Please.
Goes. We'll see in about a year. Look at that. It's gonna be great for the environment, right?
Good handle.
Let's see how flat. It's pretty flat. So we're in space, but that's fake, right? What do you guys think? Where's the flat earthers?
In the second phase of the 10-meter hold, the NASA docking system.
Wow, this is
now less than 3
hours?
meters away.
5 meters.
Have confirmation.
Look at this. Oh yeah, yeah. She got passed around. Oh yeah, she got passed around. Yeah, so you got to be crazy, man. You got to be crazy to be one of these astronauts.
Lots of cheering here in the room. Big hugs.
So what happened? I don't even know like the whole reason. Like why they went up there. So they went up to like a space station or something?
Sunny William coming through in her blue flight suit. And followed shortly behind by Commander of Starliner, Butch Wilmore, now back on the space station.
This is super fakes, bro. Space station. Wait, are you one of them? Do you not believe in space?
The third visit for both astronauts and the first crewed flight test of the Starliner spacecraft.
I didn't see any of this shit. Wow, this is like the whole thing documented.
Butch, Sunny, we are glad to see them all here in International Space Station, and we want to congratulate the whole team in different mission control center for launch.
So what's the story? I'm like a complete casual with this. What was the story? So they went up there. And what did they go on another space station or something? And they met up with some Russians and had like a big space orgy.
And of the end, we are very happy.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we are thrilled as well. I'm not sure we could have gotten a better welcome. I mean, we had music.
They're all happy and shit like that. I want to see like the end, like where they're just like, get me out of here.
We had Pojo, Matt was dancing.
This is crazy, man. Isn't this nuts?
It was great.
Oh, that's so fake.
Let's go forward into Starliner, where there was a little bit of action the other day. So I'm going to lead you
A little bit of action, huh?
down through the PMA 2 into Starliner.
Did anyone see any of this? Did you? Am I the only one seeing this for the first time? Dude, this is terrifying, man. Oh my god.
All right, going in through the idea.
Oh my god, I'm getting like claustrophobic just watching this.
The docking adapter, and then
fuck out of here.
Into the spacecraft. Here we are. Looks like a lot of bags because there's a lot of packing, and also
Dude, I want to vomit watching this.
Big orange thing, which is our ventilation that we get from the space station while we are docked to the space station.
It looks probably a little cramped, and it's actually fairly roomy for just Sonny and myself, with just the two of us. Obviously, you don't need a large cockpit, so it's actually sized perfectly for us as far as for controlling the spacecraft. And, of course, all this other area down here earlier where you saw the baggage and whatnot is where the other couple of crew members would be for the next time the Starliner flies. Star 1 mission, there'll be 2 crew members down here.
Awesome. Awesome, and thank you so much for paying attention. Thank you for being with us, and Butch and I are, again, so honored to be part of this crew.
Wow. Dude, this is nuts, man. I didn't see any of this shit. Dude, this is insane.
Please. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at this. So cool, huh? I didn't even need to get high for this.
NASA has decided that Butch and Sonny will return with Crew 9 next February, and that Starliner will return uncrewed.
Associate Administrator Jim Free, Associate Administrator for Space Operations Ken Bowersox.
In the vicinity.
I want to get back to the space shit.
On orbit using 2 spare suits on the International Space Station. The SpaceX team supported this effort and gathered data to make an informed decision on the suits that they would wear on the ride home and the seat sizing. A new suit was actually flown up for Butch Wilmore on the...
I'd rather slice my nutsack open with a rusty razor blade and sit in a pool of lemon juice than go to space. Right? I mean, it seems like it'd be a cool ride for about 5 minutes. And then I'd be like, all right, I'm done.
September, and this is not new.
You have to be a lunatic.
We're aboard in those suits during a port relocation that transferred the Freedom spacecraft, the Dragon Freedom, from the...
I just watched a movie called, we'll have this on in the background, Mickey 12. Did you guys see that yet? It's a brand spanking new movie. Got a good copy of it, so I watched it yesterday. Mickey 12. It has the guy from, what's his name? The last Batman guy. I forgot his name already. It was good. It was quirky. It was weird. Oh, Mickey 17. Yeah, that's right. Mickey 12 was in Mickey 17. Mickey 17. Thank you, Ed Boy. What the hell is this guy's name? I don't know his name. Oh, Robert Pattinson. Thank you, DB. I've been watching too much space. Yeah, Robert Pattinson, Mickey 17. It was very entertaining. You can't take it too serious because it's like goofy. But space movie, and the concept was very unique. It had big alien thingies in it, and it had what are they called, Expendables or some shit like that, where they could just keep reprinting each other. It was nuts, man. Yeah, they were cloning them. It was good. Jessie hated it. She just went upstairs, but she was tired. I watched the whole damn thing. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I thought it was pretty good.
The International Space Station is currently flying 260...
It's weird watching this after watching Mickey 17.
Crossing the southeastern coast of Africa, moving in a trajectory from northwest to southeast in an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to east.
I think they smashed this girl. I'm going to be honest with you. Because she seemed like a wild one. You know?
SpaceX missions are on your sea is for the Marabi. The time between SPLASHDOWN 12 and p.m.
There's no young guys on here, so I wonder why do they have older guys doing this? I guess you got to have a lot of experience before they could send you up in space, or maybe you feel you lived enough life where if you die, it's no big deal. They're always older guys, you know, not like the youngest, not like super old guys, but older. Like I'd be right in the demographic to go up into space if I wanted to. Yeah, clones, and he is 17. Yeah, Mickey. Anyone else see the movie? What'd you guys think? Look at this. They have a space photographer. So they got guys like just to be there to take pictures.
Final photos.
Yeah, I want to be a space photographer. 34 is average. These guys look way older than 34. Right? These guys look like they're in their fucking late 50s. It was good, better than I expected. Yeah, it's enjoyable. You can't take it serious, right? It's a goofy movie, but I thought the concept was I thought Pattinson, man, who would have thought the Twilight Kid would be actually good? A good actor, but he's pretty good. Look at them floating around here. Fascinating. This is an 8-hour video. I'm just kind of skimming through it. Look at them. They're just partying up there. Picture time. Let's see what else we got here. I want to see when they start getting miserable.
The vestibule will be depressed to vacuum, setting the stage.
I reckon less than 10 people have fucked in space, but oh damn, what a unique record to hold. I might go to space. Yeah, like think about it. The Mile High Club, but you're doing it in space? Like, that's many miles high.
Being live inside the SpaceX.
What do you think, like, if you're an astronaut and you go up into space and you go through this hell, and then you come down to Earth and then people say space is not real, like, how would you handle that? Imagine if you're an astronaut and you went up to space and people are telling you that's not real. Like, how do you, like, what would you say to them?
85 of which will have been spent next flight, the WHO craft that he was
launched. People are saying the Earth is flat, but you literally have been up in space, and you could see the Earth is clearly round. But like, what would you do? Like, would you even bother?
That, with a total of 371 days in space. Behind him, Mark Vande Hei, NASA astronaut, logged 355.
How fucked up will the two that just came home after 9 months be? They're all gonna be. There's 4 of them. Or wait, was there? They weren't all up for 9 months? The 4 that came down, I thought they were all up for 9 months. Did I get that wrong? Maybe I have it wrong. I don't know. I thought all 4 of them were up for 9 months.
Closed satellites national.
Here, I'll skip through here a little bit. Or a lot bit. Where are they going? They're going on an adventure.
Down, and we are go for undock at the same time.
SpaceX copies. Crew are configured for undock.
And so that was the voice of NASA astronaut Nick Hague, who is the commander of Dragon, giving the confirmation that they heard the go. So good news, we are continuing to progress down the timeline today for an undocking at 10:05 p.m. Pacific time here in Hawthorne.
So these people have been documenting this thing the whole way, the girls. I guess. Man, I wish I knew about this before. Like, I knew they were up there. I just didn't know what the hell was going on. So they've been documenting. This is all over this is crazy. Man. They need to make a reality show of this.
Crew all on board on the far left.
There's a movie with Jesse Pinkman, Breaking Bad kid. A space movie that I want to see. It's supposed to be pretty wild. That's coming out.
Their long duration Frank on the COSTA.
Let's skip through here. They got their tablets. So what are they doing here?
On site.
At the moment, the crew is suited up as they are during what we call dynamic phases of flight. And we did hear a call out a short time ago for the crew to go ahead and put their visors down ahead of the actual undocking itself.
They're undocking. Here they go.
The module. The newly arrived Crew 10 crew docked early Sunday morning to the forward port of Harmony in their Dragon Endurance.
This is wild, man. No, I'm not high right now. But this makes me feel like I'm high. Like watching this is crazy. Is that a guy or a girl? What is this? I don't know what that is.
The hatch interface on the station side. The station hatch is closed.
It's a Russian astronaut.
Androgynous docking adapter hatch.
That's an androgynous astronaut, it looks like. No, I'm not gummied up tonight. No. I'm too lazy to go downstairs and get myself the gummies are downstairs. I'm high on
Talk, you are go
SpaceX.
to deploy Deskant in 7.4.
2, which connects Harmony with the Dragon Freedom.
Okay, what else we got here? Just a lot of space.
Room in Hawthorne, California. The SpaceX flight controllers are reporting that all of Freedom's systems are in excellent shape.
Okay, let's go towards the end here. I'll see when they're like pissed off. Man, being up there that
functioning
long.
as advertised.
Dude, that's terrible. Being stuck up there for that long. Like seeing the living arrangements. So what are they doing? Like, what are they doing up there? Does anyone know what the hell? What's the mission? Can anyone explain to me what the fuck the mission is? These guys should commentate on the paper. Do you think they got like a links to the pay-per-views up there? All the satellites and shit like that? Let's take some more pictures.
With SpaceX at your...
They're just floating around and taking pictures. I don't know what the mission is. What the fuck was the mission? We're just gang tonight. Yeah, I'm just ganging it. No intoxication tonight. I'm just high on life. Get more drinks if I don't make it back before finish. All right, man. Safe travels. Safe travels.
You're seeing Don Pettit and Alexei Ovchinin.
Oh, shit. Ed Boy just gummied up here. Thank you, Ed Boy. Thank you for being a member of the greatest second channel in the world, the Gummy Gang. Thank you, Ed Boy. That is the guy.
That's the guy. Gummy gang, 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 gummy gang.
Thank you, Ed Boy. Ed Boy. They got a bell. You can read.
The newly arrived Crew 10 crew docked early Sunday morning to the forward port of Harmony in their Dragon Endurance.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
And good leak checks for their suits on the Dragon Freedom. We'll sign off for now, and we'll...
Leak checks. Yeah, so this is all... Oops, I hit the wrong thing. It's all documented. It's pretty interesting. Damn, I wish I would have plugged in earlier on this stuff. I just came in at the end. Return to Earth, so they're just replaying that. SpaceX, Dragon Return crew. What's this? It's showing some more. Simpler. That's the guy. Is the boats coming in? This is the same feed we saw before. Just a different. Rescue crew pranks astronaut ahead of return. E-News.
With stranded astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams. During NASA's Crew
Oh, yeah, you know.
10 docking on the International Space Station, the two were met by an alien early March 16th. Russian cosmonaut Ivan Wagner wore an alien mask while welcoming 4 NASA newcomers after their SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule docked to the station. While ISS crew members were preparing the capsule for deboarding, Wagner could be seen floating around while wearing a mask, with Sonny at one point appearing to laugh at her colleague as he continued his work unfazed. He eventually ditched the mask as the NASA crew
That'd be funny if it was a real alien.
members entered the International Space Station shortly after opening the hatches, and all of the crew members exchanged hugs. Sonny and Butch welcomed the new arrivals after being stuck in space for more than 9 months.
Wow,
Their mission was only scheduled to last 1 week after the launch of Boeing's first astronaut flight last June, but they were unable to return after issues forced NASA to bring the Boeing Starliner back empty. They're now slated to fly home March 18th with Crew 9 commander and NASA astronaut Nick Hague and cosmonaut Alexander Gorbanov.
Crazy, huh? They're supposed to be there for a week? Dude, that's nuts. Holy shit. Imagine. Did they get overtime? Wow. That's crazy. So nuts, man. That's really nuts. All right. We'll do a quick, what's your goat milk percentage? Let's see who's live. It's late. So I don't expect many people live right now. You got to be a loony if you're live now. But let's see what kind of loonies are live on a Tuesday night. Let's see if any loonies are live on a Tuesday night. UFC live. After this, make sure here's a loony that's live. But what time is it in the UK? He's always live. Fucking hell, dude. Does he ever get laid? Like, he is always live. I mean, I guess if you're getting that kind of super chat revenue coming in, it's like an addiction. He is always live. Split decision combat sports. This looks new.
Here to make money.
There's always someone talking about. It's 10 p.m. here.
His last win was to Oleksiejczyk.
I don't think I've ever seen these guys before. Okay, here we go. Split decision. Did we see these guys yet? I don't know. All right, guys, you know what to do? I don't think we've seen these guys. You ready? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Split. These guys look like they're really a fun bunch. What? Okay, I'm just going to put the link in the chat. I typed too slow. I'm going to put the link in the chat. We're going to find out what their goat milk percentage is, okay? I'm going to put this in the chat. Remember, do not say MMA-HOLES. Do not expose. Just what is your goat milk percentage? All different clever ways if we can get that goat milk percentage in. These guys are breaking down the card that's happening. Actually, this weekend there's a lot of fights. I think I'm going to be doing one on Sunday and the UFC early Saturday, and there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Friday there's some fights. There's BKFC and one. So yeah.
My prediction is here.
Okay,
I'm going with Gunnar Nelson by round 1 submission.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah, Kevin Holland told Rainier de Ritter, "Hey man, just don't take me down, okay? Don't take me down." And then what happened? Rainier de Ritter took him down and then submitted him fairly easily.
Yeah, Hank
and
the
then
Tank.
before that, he got taken down by
Hank,
Roman
I don't
DeLucia
give a
in
shit
round
about
1,
that. Tell
and
me
then,
your goat milk
pulled the Tyron
percentage.
Woodley. My rib. And
All right,
was
we got
out of
Tom in
pretty
there.
Quickly. Got
G-Force
knocked
in
out
there.
by Mikhail
We need more goat milk
Oleksiejczyk,
percentages,
and,
guys.
If he didn't
Hop
get
in the
that
chat.
armbar, he probably would have been knocked out on the ground.
We need to
So
find
he
out his
could
goat-
easily
their
be
goat
on
milk
a
percentage.
5-fight losing streak right now, giving Tony Ferguson a 6-fight losing streak. Oh no.
Oh, come on, guys. No one cares.
A 7-fight losing streak. Oh, no. He beat Michael Chiesa. I'm sorry. But
Didn't he Darce? He Darce Chiesa too. That's
Yes,
what I'm
he did.
saying. Like,
yeah.
Yes.
But he would be on
Bro,
a
goat
5-fight
milk percentage.
losing streak right now. And meanwhile, with Gunnar Nelson, submits Brian Barberani.
We'll get DB in there now. Thank you, DB.
Sato, there were moments where
See
he
if the
had
chat is-
Sato on the ground and could have subbed him. And then it was just one of those, okay, we're not going to give you what you want. He beat him by decision, you know? But he was looking really good on top. Gilbert Burns he loses to, I get it. Leon Edwards almost beats him, and imagine the trajectory of Gunnar Nelson if that had happened. I think he's going to take down
since
Holland
69%.
in round 1. I think he's better as a wrestler than Michael Chiesa is.
That's pretty good.
And
So,
once
yeah,
he's on
impressive.
top, you're in big trouble. I think Holland's going to look like he did against Rainier de Ritter. I really do.
Compliment him on his
I
goat
think
milk
he's
percentage.
either-
Ask him how he got
the
there.
rib's going to snap, you know, or he's going to get subbed. One or the other.
Let's see, there's
he's
his
just
face.
terrible on the ground. He really is. And he was only able to beat Chiesa because he refused to get taken down. Nelson is a great wrestler. He will get him down.
Fantastic
at some point
grappler.
here. So I think that's what's going to secure him the win here. So give me Nelson by round 1 submission. And Goonies never say die. Goonies never say die.
I'm just going off of like universe vibes.
Bro, no one cares. Tell us your goat milk.
Kevin
The
Holland's
other guy.
on a really bad run.
Ask the other guy's goat milk
you know,
percentage. Say what's the other guy.
Shit's gonna happen.
Yeah. And I doubt that Gunnar Nelson knows what a 45-70
Say what's the unibrow's goat milk percentage?
So.
Got it. Yeah. No, I Gunnar Nelson is the smart dude.
Say what's the
by
unibrow's goat milk
We'll see,
percentage?
though.
Now we got the other guy.
We're getting a lot of weird comments right now.
Oh, here we go.
A bunch of people doing goat milk comments like
Yeah.
all over MMA.
I don't
YouTube.
even know what goat milk like drinking goat milk. But we did have Giuliano stuff.
Giuliano is he's stalking.
Holland's personality out of the equation. He does have a tendency to rage quit, especially at 170. That's right. That's right. He does way better at middleweight. This is at 170.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Interesting.
He did lose to Rainier DeRitter pretty easily.
What's the other guy's goat milk
yeah,
percentage?
Like really quick. Apparently, this man says he stretched Holland out, and I answered the goat milk percentage question for you guys. It's 69%.
Nice. That gives me even more of confidence in Gunnar Nelson. If this guy stretched out Kevin Holland, what's Gunnar Nelson gonna do to him?
Hey, 2 joints, dude. 2 joints. I've been on. God damn it. I was on Pulse's stream with you, bro. Good to see you, dude. I haven't seen you in a really long time, dude.
Wait,
Shout out
what?
to 2 joints. Super chill, dude. Super
Pulse's
chill,
stream.
dude.
By the way,
Pulse.
G4 Spawn.
Wait, I'm confused now.
It's 110% because I actually eat quite a bit of goat.
2 joints. You know this guy?
My goat milk percentage is
How is that?
It's actually pretty good. If you put them on crackers, they're absolutely delicious.
No, say
69 Fahrenheit or Celsius,
fuck?
bro.
I'm so confused. How? Wait, 2 joints. How the hell you know this guy?
Yeah, Fahrenheit 9/11.
That's Idaho.
All right.
Idaho.
Our next. Oh shit.
Ask the other guy's
Next
goat milk
fight.
percentage before we get out of here.
Is Kevin Holland versus Gunnar Nelson?
It's Jan Blachowicz coming back. I didn't look at the card before, so I'm like, bro, Jan
right, we gotta
Blachowicz
get
is
out of
fighting
here.
Carlos Ulberg.
All right. They bore me. Let's see who else we got. You gotta be more playful. I can't stay there. Oh, are these guys fucking live again? All right, here we go. So these guys are always live too. So these are the guys that thought they were in on the goat milk joke. Okay. Oh, pure evil Eddie's in there. All right. Oh shit, Eddie's in there. All right, here's the. All right, here we go. Hold on a second. The fuck? All right. So they think they're in on the joke. They have no idea.
Come on, folks. This is for you.
Oh my god,
Thank
dude.
you. You're far too kind.
Whoa, that was cool.
Okay, dropping them in the chat.
Let's go. Oh, Pure Evil MMA. Hold on, before we do it, let's go.
Goat milk percentage. Let's get the goat milk percentage. What's Eddie doing in there?
Let's hear it.
Go.
Let's hear it. And before that, he said,
Okay, we got
Ryan, if you drop an L, I'll light the L up.
So this is the guy that went into the chat. I showed the screenshot before. Chris Cushman was in there, and they thought that they were in on the joke. They have no idea what the fucking goat milk means.
Oh, Pure Evil, dude, send me your links on Twitter /X or Instagram. I'm at MMA Anomaly on both, and I am down to support my friend. Again, we're trying to build a
MMA
community.
Anomaly? Is that how you say it?
That's literally what it's all about.
Is that the wrong link? Oh
Bring
shit!
back sponsorships for fighters in the UFC and
Hold on.
limit it to. Oh my
Oh, there
god!
we go. Now we're talking.
Whose link did I give you?
Ryan
Here we go.
or Pure Evil. Sorry. There was another guy in here, Ryan, earlier. Dude, Pure Evil.
Get
MMA.
that fucking goat milk percentage,
Yes.
boys. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's get that. Let's get that goat milk percentage
I
in there.
honestly don't know what else to say. Like just yes. Yes.
Say, yo, stop yapping and give me that goat milk percentage.
Like, we need to have sponsors.
Eddie might.
In mixed martial arts, and more importantly, in
Eddie
the
might. He
UFC.
might rat us
This
out
is
though. Eddie might
actually
know.
How
Eddie in the chat might know.
to bring additional eyes onto the product.
Well said.
Well, there's Chris
And
Crispin. There he is.
Matua said only Condom Depot sponsors.
Same
I'm
one.
Down. I'm down. You know, no
I'm
one's going
literally
to fill up
copying-
those slots faster.
What the fuck? I'm literally copying their link.
Get it? Fill up the slots.
What the fuck?
All right. Here we go. We've been waiting on you all night. Tropic Tom. Let's go. Are you guys sponsored
Get that percentage.
by goat milk?
There we go. Get that percentage.
Not what it should be.
Get that percentage.
Thank you. I was waiting for it.
Goat Milk's not sponsoring you.
Still waiting for them to call us.
So good.
It's an alternative. It's high protein.
High protein. It's an alternate to cow milk.
Here we go.
I mean, it's
Going in.
It's the perfect thing.
Come on in.
It's perfect.
Get that goat milk percentage.
Right you are, Cotton. Right you are.
Look at them.
There they are. There they are. They're flowing in now. The goat milk boys. Let's go.
Here
Ed
we
boy.
go. Here we
What is your
go.
goat milk percentage, Ed boys? I mean, 100%, folks. My goat milk percentage. It's so much that I turned into the goat.
Oh.
100%
That's the lie.
goat milk percent.
He's lying to us. Tell him he's lying because we have goat milk. There's no such thing as there's no 100%ers. We don't have a goat milk 100%er. Tell him.
Goat.
He's now tell him he's lying to
It
us.
happened. I'm sorry.
Colin,
If
cut
you're
it out.
drinking goat milk, you're welcome. Oh, you are welcome. Guys, your goat milk percentage, or I'm kidnapping the neighbor's dogs. Don't do it, 2 joints. It's 100%. 100%
That's
goat
a lie.
milk.
Tell him that's a lie. Tell him he's lying to us now.
100% and 99.
Oh, I don't have live chat on.
Folks. Get 111 of you in the chats right now, and we appreciate each and every one of you
111. It's 15.
for being here, folks. So,
Was he? What the fuck?
we're gonna do
What
one.
do you mean
last
111?
one. We gotta do it. I feel like we have to do it. No.
I'm ready.
We got to tell him he's lying about his
I already knew it.
percentage.
I already knew it. I already knew it.
Squadron.
So, folks, to the warriors who step into the octagon, where the courage meets chaos
He's got a Cobra Kai shot glass.
in fire. May
my
they
God.
fight with heart, honor, and never tap to life's challenges or to the gillies and rear naked chokes they face in the octagon.
Oh, what is happening?
Until the next episode, folks, cheers to you.
No, bro. Tell him to stop lying about his goat milk percentage. Oh, God. Damn liar. No one likes a liar. A goat milk percentage liar.
Here's why fighters today are vastly superior. 1, modern training techniques are light years ahead. 2, the talent pool is deeper than ever. 3, early fighters lacked. Man. I mean,
We don't care. We want to know why you're lying about your goat milk percentage.
is that a question? I don't know. I'm looking for the question.
Here we go. 100% goat milk is like unheard.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that like a true or false?
It's like
Because
finding
I
gold
would
at the
agree
end of the
with you.
rainbow.
It's true.
yeah.
Tell him to stop lying about his
there's
goat
a
milk percentage. It's
nostalgia
crazy.
I think you always have for that golden era or just the first era that kind of brought in the global notoriety, but they might sign a deal with Netflix here soon. So, I mean, we are probably in the golden era now, and the next generation will probably be in their golden era. So, yeah, probably a myth in that sense, but maybe some of the skills translate. Maybe there's a few people that
Falling
are
asleep. Oh, yeah.
through the different eras, but yeah, I think we're getting nitpicky if we are, getting into that conversation. But I do love it. I love stirring up the pot. I wish there was a way to really true or false, I guess.
Okay.
So, yes.
Oh, it's fucking putting me to sleep. All right. Anyone else live? Let's see. That's so boring. All right, let's see. UFC. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? There's that blonde chick. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Let's see who else is live. Split decision combat. Oh, we got to these guys. I mean, in fairness, it's a weird hour right now. So these guys are probably half asleep. Let's see. They need more strobe lights and lava lamps in the back. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. I don't think anyone else is live. Let's see. Let's go MMA. Let's see. Bryce gone insane. Yeah, Bryce has lost his shit. I got that request from Kainoto to do the Bryce. I just feel bad that I'm like fucking like I don't want to pick on Bryce over and over again. You know, because he's a little retarded. Kind of want to let it breathe a little bit and then jump back in on Bryce again. Hey, it's Jess. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Split Ends Wombat. Is that a channel? Anyone else know a channel? Split Ends Wombat. Is that a channel? Somebody put something in those camo shorts. Oh, that'd be great. Charles Bennett doing live streams from jail. That would be lit. That'd be litty. Yeah, so real quick, this weekend, and then we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate it. On the Gummy Gang, the greatest second channel in the world. We got the UFC is going to be a little early, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Before that, Cage Warriors, they got on. Wow, I mean, there could be a lot of stuff here. One, they don't show one on here. They just been, I guess, because one's got a lot of kickboxing and shit mixed with their MMA stuff. Let's see. Hold on. Actually, they'll probably have the one event on Sunday. Uh-oh. We be buffering. Elon Musk got me. I'm buffering. I can't control anything on my tabs. We wait. Here we go. It's still buffering. I'm stuck. Google Chrome is completely buffered. There we go. So I think they probably would have Sundays. LFA Saturday. Oh, LFA's at night. Here we go. 172. Wow, 3 a.m. Eastern time? Oh, my God, dude. Oh, fucking hell. 3 a.m. So that would be at 1 a.m. Oh, my God. I don't know if I could do that. But Rod Tang's fighting. How many people would be down for that shit? How many lunatics? Oh, my God. That's crazy. So I have to go live at 1, be done at like 4 or 5-ish, probably 5-ish a.m. What do you think, guys? I don't know. Happy days if you, yeah, UK it would be perfect for you guys, right? I want to see this card, but everything's freezing on my Tapology. What do you think? Should we do it? Split Ends Wombat. Split Decision Combat. Tom, what are you writing in there? What is that? Is that a channel? Why everything is freezing on my... What the fuck? All my tabs are freezing. What's up? What's going on? Okay, let's try this again. LFA 1. Here we go. Dude, what is happening here? Why can't... Everything's frozen. It says everything's in the green on the stream. There we go. Sunday, March 23rd. That's a crazy time for us. Let's see what we got here. So it has Rod Tang, which is always was always interesting. 3 3s. So it's not a title? There's a championship fight in the co-main. There's a championship before that. So this is like their pay-per-view card. I can't scroll through it because it's frozen. That's weird. I got to check my internet speed. I wonder if it's that. All of a sudden, everything's fucked. Oh, it's a word joke? Okay. Come on, man. There we go. Oh, John and Lineker's fighting on it. Let's see what else we got here. So we got 2 title fights. Actually, no, wait. Hold up. What the fuck is up? Wow, a lot of title fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 title fights? 5 title fights. Damn. And John Lineker. Yeah, this is a pretty crazy card. I might have to do this. 3 a.m. Eastern time. Aichi Wawa. What do you guys think? Should we do it or what? Let me know. So the Rodtang is the main event, but it's no title on the line. That's kickboxing. And then I'm assuming these are MMA. Or maybe not. Though that's MMA. Oh, Mirai is on it. He's pretty good. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is a good card. For one, at least. This is going to be an interesting one. All right. Okay. I might do it. We'll see. All right, guys. Let me get out of here. Appreciate you stopping by for the Gummy Gang. It's always been a pleasure hanging with the boys. We'll see you on the next one, and good night.
Gummy Gang, 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 COSTA guy. Gummy Gang, 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 Gummy Gang. Gummy Gang, 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 Gummy Gang. Gummy Gang, 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 Gummy Gang.
We MMA-HOLES, community be so dope. We got the best watch-alongs, the internet say so. Who you gonna pick now, the over or the under? Chris will give his picks out, and I don't trust no other. Main card or the prelims, it don't really matter. UFC fight nights and pay-per-views on a platter. Toe holes and omoplatas, blood nose and split bananas, thug rolls and empanadas, big bowls of marijuana. Gummy gang, gummy gang, gummy gang. I need 2 joints to hang in the homie Craig gang. I'm grinning ear to ear, amped up, showing things. It's time to watch the fights, beast mode, watch them bang.